We have gathered today to welcome our new students to Manipal Institute of Technology, Bengaluru, a part of Manipal Academy of Higher Education. On behalf of entire Mahe family, I'm truly delighted to welcome each one of you to the special occasion Arambh, BTech Orientation Program, MIT 2025. We are deeply honored by your presence this morning and thrilled to witness such an enthusiastic and energized students. A warm welcome to all those stepping onto our campus for the first time. We trust you'll soon discover that you are now a part of dynamic, inspiring, and vibrant community. On this bright morning, I, Dr. Yashaswini, a host, and Dr. Rashmi R, a co-host for a day. Firstly, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to all the students for securing admission into Manipal Institute of Technology, Bengaluru through your dedication and standing out among countless aspiring candidates. As you take this significant first step in your academic journey, it's our responsibility to provide you with a meaningful guidance and insights to ensure a successful beginning. Manipal Institute of Technology is the largest constituent institution of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Bengaluru, an off-campus center committed to holistic education through world-class infrastructure, highly qualified faculty, and nurturing, inclusive environment. Mahe has earned a reputation as one of India's most prestigious universities, recognized for its academic excellence, innovation, and research. We are dedicated to delivering top quality education that inspires ambition, sparks innovation, and shapes the future of every student here. We take immense pride in Mahe being recognized as an institute of eminence by MHRD, Government of India, and in achieving 4th position in the NIRF ranking among universities across the nation. The objective of this program is to familiarize you with the academic framework and institutional guidelines followed at MIT, as well as the rules and regulations of Mahe. Additionally, it aims to introduce you to the wide range of co-curricular, extracurricular, and hostel facilities available to you at MIT. To begin with, we must always remember the roots from which we have grown. As we embrace this new beginning, we pay tribute to the remarkable legacy of Mahe, a legacy born from the unwavering dedication and vision of our founder, Padma Shri late Dr. TMA Pai, our distinguished physician, educationist, banker, and philanthropist. The institutions founded by Dr. Pai stand as timeless testaments to his visionary dream, inspiring generation, and illuminating the path for countless students. His unwavering commitment to quality and inclusive education not only gave rise to the university town of Manipal, but also left an enduring impact on countless lives, reshaping the fabric of higher education in India. Hereby, we are happy to present you the journey of Mahe, led by our founder, Dr. TMA Pai, to mark his fond memories.
All of 23, newly married, a fresh medical graduate, and looking forward to a new life. Young Madhava Pai had just sold some of his wife's jewelry to buy surgical instruments from Germany. He was all geared up to leave India and practice surgery in Hong Kong. He had debts to repay his uncles, who financed his medical education, and a large family, including his aged mother, to support. But that was not to be. Destiny had other plans for young Madhava. When he approached his mother for her blessings, she reminded him of his duty to his motherland and his fellow people. You must search things where they have fallen. You must earn in your own land. With these words as his war cry, Tonse Madhava Anant Pai set out to achieve what many will call impossible. The seed of Manipal was thus sown.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Walking together, we've come this far. It all began in the gleam of a great man's eye, in the light of his innermost soul. He believed that this was his ultimate goal. Inspired by life, inspired by life. For the sky is not the limit, 'cause there are footprints on the moon. Inspired by life.
His infectious zeal propelled him to serve his own people, and he set a goal of transforming, empowering, and nurturing lives through education, healthcare, and banking, the most basic aspects of social upliftment. High schools in every village, small-scale industries like dyeing and weaving, sawmills that provided employment, institutes of higher education, rural banking. There was no area that he left untouched. Along with his brother, he started Syndicate Bank with a motto, "No man is too small for our bank."
Syndicate Bank has got a new philosophy. It is a small man that ultimately contributes to the greatness of an institution. There must be an institution to collect the small savings of the people who are in millions in our country.
He even started a Hindu orphanage during the days of our freedom struggle, as many children were being orphaned due to the dismal life expectancy of just 27 years. He brought sheer joy to the lives of the underprivileged. His relentless efforts transformed the barren land of Mannupala to the exciting Manipal University Township. Dr. TMA Pai was passionately driven. He even said all that he was doing was not work, but fulfilling the vision of the Almighty to serve the needy. His sense of social responsibility was complete. He had a belief that the common man had a lot of common sense, and if channeled into productive work, he can be made beneficial to man and society. His idea of vocational training leading to employment was a far-fetched idea. But Dr. Pai was thinking out of the box, ahead of his times. Just like the idea of starting India's first private, self-financing medical college at a time when the country badly needed professionally qualified doctors. Kasturba Medical College, established in 1953, provided equal opportunities for all to study medicine. The Manipal Institute of Technology took birth in 1957, followed by a string of other institutions.
I have been traveling with him in the establishment of so many high schools and colleges. And it was a great experience for me. He was a man of practicality. He didn't want everything to be done by the government. And he used to go forward taking along with him his followers and friends.
Featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not, for establishing the maximum number of institutions in one lifetime, TMA Pai was a man of values, uncompromising in his integrity and honesty of word, deed and purpose. One of the biggest reasons for his success was his availability to all. His simplicity, friendliness, and sympathy for those in distress. He has set the path of social responsibility on which we are continuing our journey.
To me, it's the most beautiful thing he had done. He never thought that there was a failure. The word failure did not occur in his dictionary. Here is a man that God had perfected. And I always keep saying, the moment he told his mother, Zayat ko ama, which means okay mother, Manipal was born.
Today, as we carry forward the mantle of his vision and values, we remind ourselves that life itself was his continued inspiration.
Inspired by legend, driven by his vision that the sky is no limit, 'cause there are footprints on the moon.
Learning from life and giving back to it, we serve millions and touch the lives of many more.
We transform, empower, nurture and care. As we spread our wings wider and we grow even bigger, inspired by his legend, driven by his vision, we can proudly say we will soldier on forever, shine ever brighter, soar even higher in our journey of excellence. Inspired by light, inspired by light. Oh, the sky is not the limit, 'cause there are footprints on the moon. We are inspired by light,
'Cause there are footprints on the moon.
Legend lives on. An incredible journey captured very beautifully. Thanks for the video. Dear students, today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives, the first step in shaping your future. It's the moment to channel your energy, focus your efforts, and set your sights on achieving your dreams and aspirations. This day is filled with enthusiasm, hope, and joyful anticipation as we welcome vibrant, eager young minds into our institute. It's truly a celebration of new beginnings and boundless potential. For the inaugural ceremony of the orientation program, we are privileged to have with us our chief guest today, Mr. Krishna Prasad, Vice President, CGI. Welcome you, sir. We are equally honored to have Professor Madhuvira Raghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mahe Bengaluru. Welcome you, sir. Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Additional Registrar and Director, Administration, Mahe Bengaluru. Welcome you, sir. We also extend a warm welcome to our Director, Dr. Ivan Jose, MIT Bengaluru. Welcome you, sir. Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar, Chief Student Officer, Mahe Bengaluru. Welcome you, ma'am. Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director, MIT Bengaluru. Welcome you, ma'am. Dr. Dayanand P., Dean, School of Computer Engineering. Welcome you, sir. Dr. Manjunath MS, Head of the Department, Science and Humanities. Welcome you, sir. Dr. Ramaswamy S., Head of the Department E&C. Welcome you, sir. Mr. Ekalavya from Placement Department. Welcome you, sir. We are also pleased to welcome all Mahe officials, head of the institutions from various Mahe Bengaluru units, head of the department, assistant director, and all the faculty members of MIT for joining this auspicious occasion. To begin anything in the right spirit, we must begin with gratitude and prayer. It is a cherished tradition in our culture to seek the blessings of Almighty before embarking on any new journey. To invoke divine grace for this auspicious beginning, I now invite Dr. Sumana V. of MIT to lead us in prayer. Dear all, we kindly request you to remain seated during invocation.
वातापि गणपतिं भजे वातापि गणपतिं भजे वातापि गणपतिं भजे वातापि गणपतिं भजे वारण आवारण स्यौवर प्रदौ श्रीवारण स्यौवर प्रदौ श्रीवारण स्यौवर प्रदौ श्रीवातापि गणपतिं भजे भूतादि संसेवित चरणं भूतादि संसेवित चरणं भूत भौतिक प्रपंच हरणं भूतादि संसेवित चरणं भूत भौतिक प्रपंच हरणं वितरागिणौ विनुत योगिनौ श्री वितरागिणौ विनुत योगिनौ श्री वितरागिणौ विनुत योगिनौ विश्वकारणौ विघ्नवारणौ वादाभि गणपतिं भजे पुराकुम्भ सम्भव मुनिवर प्रपूजितं त्रिकोण मध्यगतौ मुरारे प्रमुखाद्युपास्थितौ मूलाधार क्षेत्रास्थितं पुराकुम्भ सम्भव मुनिवर प्रपूजितं त्रिकोण मध्यगतौ मुरारे प्रमुखाद्युपास्थितौ मूलाधार क्षेत्रास्थितौ परारि चत्वारि वाघात्मकौ प्रणव स्वरूप वक्रतुण्डौ प्रणव स्वरूप वक्रतुण्डौ निरन्तरौ निखिल चन्द्रबिम्बौ निजवामकरवि दृदेक्षुदण्डौ पराम्बुजपाशबीजापूर्वं श्री पराम्बुजपाशभुजपुरं श्री पराम्बुजपाशबीजपुरं कलुषविदूरं भूताकारं अनादिगुरुगुहतोषितबिम्बं हंसध्वनिभूषितहेरम्भं वादाभि गणपतिं भजे वारण स्यौवर प्रणौ श्रीवाताभि गणपतिं भजे गणपतिं भजे गणपतिं भजे
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Rashmi R, co-host for the day. Let us now begin this significant day by invoking light, a symbol of knowledge, purity, and new beginnings. As the ancient text says, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from the darkness, lead me to light. This ceremonial lighting of the lamp marks the formal beginning of our academic journey together and signifies the dispelling of ignorance through the illumination of wisdom. May I now request 5 of our freshly inducted students, our bright torchbearers of tomorrow, to kindly come forward and join me on the stage to light the ceremonial lamp.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you so much. That was truly a graceful start. Now, I take this honor to invite our distinguished guests and dignitaries to the stage for this floral tribute to our visionary founder, Dr. TMA Pai, whose mission and foresight continue to inspire generation. May I now request the following dignitaries to kindly step forward. Our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Krishna Prasad, Dr. Madhuvira Raghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ivan Jose, Director, MIT Bengaluru, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Ms. Sarita, Chief Student Officer. Please join us on stage for the floral tribute, and thereafter kindly occupy your designated seats on the dais.
With the divine light of wisdom guiding us, let us move ahead with renewed enthusiasm, optimism, and unwavering commitment to knowledge and success. Now, I would like to introduce our beloved director of MIT Bangalore, Dr. Ivan Jose, whose inspiration and vision is guiding us to climb heights in the field of education. Dr. Ivan is a distinguished academic leader with extensive expertise in engineering and biosignal processing. He earned his bachelor's degree in electronics and communication engineering from Karnataka University, Dharwad, and completed his master's in biomedical engineering with the specialization in biosignal processing from MIT Manipal. He obtained his PhD in bioscience and bioengineering from IIT Bombay and furthered his leadership training at the Global Leadership Institute, Boston College in 2016. Beginning his academic career at Parde Conceição College of Engineering, Goa, Dr. Ivan has held significant positions at BITS Pilani Goa campus and Christ University, Bangalore. As the founding dean at Christ University School of Engineering and Technology, he transformed the institution into an internationally recognized center of excellence. His initiatives included establishing engineering and architect departments, developing an internationally acclaimed curriculum, and fostering global industry internships and exchange. Dr. Ivan was conferred the United Board Fellowship in 2016, which included leadership training at Boston College, Harvard University, and Melbourne University. His global outreach includes collaborations and research exchange with universities across the USA, Australia, Singapore, Germany, Canada, Belarus, and China. An innovator in engineering education, Dr. Ivan has developed unique curricula, established industry training centers, and created multiple centers of excellence. His contributions have earned him prestigious awards, including the Young Scientist Award from Microsoft Research Lab and the Rochester Young Scientist Award, USA. He holds numerous publications and patents, including the US patent for early cancer detection, and has guided several PhD students in optical imaging, signal processing, 5G communication, and biomedical engineering. With this introductory note, now I would like to request our beloved director, Dr. Ivan Jose, to formally welcome the gathering. Over to you, sir.
A very good morning to all of you all, and a warm welcome to the day 4 of Arambh 2025. While you all embark to this new journey in your life, it's my duty to formally congratulate you for this decision that you are all here. And I think more than you all, I think we should congratulate the parents who are present here, the grandparents and your well-wishers. So I think let's do this. Let all the graduate students kindly stand up. The BTech students kindly stand up, kindly rise. And let's give your parents a big round of applause. I think this is the best way of gratification to your own people here. And thank you very much for having given them this opportunity. You may kindly be seated. So on this auspicious occasion, we are privileged to have the presence of Mr. Krishna Prasad, our chief guest for the day. He's a Vice President Consulting Delivery at CGI. We welcome you, sir. We are also honored to have the esteemed presence of our senior leadership, the Pro Vice Chancellor, Mahe Bengaluru, Dr. Madhuvira Raghavan. Thank you for your presence, and we welcome you to this August gathering. We also have with us our additional registrar and the Director Administration, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu. We welcome you, sir. I also take this moment to welcome Ms. Sarita Vijaynagar, Chief Warden and Student Officer at Mahe Bengaluru. Welcome you, ma'am. Well, amidst us are the other dignitaries of the dais, Dean, HODs, Associate Director, Placement Officer, we call the Corporate Engagement Officer, all the senior colleagues present here, member representative from MIT and other institutions who are present here, all the senior colleagues, assistant directors, parents, grandparents, and my dear newly inducted students at MIT-Bengaluru. Well, what I'm going to do for the next 6 to 7 minutes is take you through some quick sneak peek of who we are, what we are, and what is in store for you. What is that you're going to get after having registered yourself for this great institution? And I'm sure this should give you some kind of a futuristic vision of what you will actually be aspiring with your journey for 4 years at MIT-Bengaluru and Mahe Bengaluru in general. What you see on your screen are our rankings, and of course, we stand number 4 in the country under NIRF. Alongside the other rankings that you have seen from local and national international organizations who have ranked us across this 1 year. We have our presence in these areas in the nation and also outside India, in Dubai, Malaysia, and in Antigua. It's important for you to know that where are your peers going to be? When we say you're going to be part of this ecosystem of roughly 45,000 students, you're also coming across on the global arena. Our senior leaderships, both from this campus and across, we have the Chancellor, Dr. Ramdas Pai, and the Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General, Dr. M.D. Venkatesh. We have Dr. Narayan Sabai, the Pro Vice Chancellor. All three of them, they sit from the central campus at Manipal. And we have Professor Dr. Madhuvira Raghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mahe Bengaluru, who we are happy to have amidst us here. What programs do we run across? We have almost 80 plus undergrad, 200 plus postgrad, 40 plus doctoral programs, and almost 10 plus departments in postdoctoral fellow. And they're all renowned, cutting-edge programs that we run across. You talk about AI, design thinking, data science, robotics, etc. They all come under the ambit of these kind of programs that we have across the campus. Having said that, it's important for you to know that you are in this campus. What does this campus hold for you? We began in 2021, and we just have 2 programs here, the School of Computer Engineering and the School of Electronics Engineering. Having said that, these 2 programs encompasses a length and breadth of programs which you see underneath: quantum computing, autonomous mobility, data science, machine learning, AI, cybersecurity, robotics, or maybe in the sector of VLSI tech, VLSI design, or robotics and AI. They're all embedded into the specialization. Now, it's inherent that for the purpose of rolling out these courses, we have categorized them under this department. However, doesn't stop you from moving across or cutting across these departments if you have an aspiration to move length and breadth of what we have just mentioned here. With that note, what is there in store for you at MIT? What is the MIT edge or MIT Bengaluru edge that you should be looking forward for? What you see as names on this on the screen are the centers which are in place. You talk about autonomous mobility or state-of-the-art Apple laboratory or gamification or digital twins or the skill-build centers. These are all in place for you to right away experiment and get into the newer tech, or rather newer tech space, which you will be invited while after your induction programs are over. When we say that, the centers have got some unique propositions for you. This Autonomous Mobility Center, which we have here in collaboration with MINI, we call it as MAVRO. This center is unique for the sake that we wish to see in you how would you be able to appreciate a scale-up model. Now, what do I mean by scale-up model? Most of the institutions, when you are into these centers, they would give you some tabletop instruments or something that moves around the floor, and that's it. But out here, you get a chance to experiment your code right onto a vehicle, an autonomous, driverless vehicle which moves around in the campus. And that's the level of integrity that we look in you into your accomplishments in your technical forum when we say that you have to be doing things on your hands-on experiential learning, and this is what it means. And this is one of those centers. What does the center contain? At the backdrop, it contains subsystems like Sensorics Lab, like Algorithm Development Lab, like Cybersecurity, which takes care of any of those verticals. May it be stitching a map around the campus, or it could be how do you ensure, mitigate intrusions which happen into this ecosystem. So alongside, we also have Robotics Lab, which is coming in a big way. Of course, today, you're deprived of 2 robos. For the last 3 days, we had a humanoid here and a nurse robo. They call Ria and Sophie. And these 2 robos actually did a job of inviting young kids, young talented professionals out here and light the lamp on behalf of all we present here. And at the same time, witness what is that futuristic technology platform that you will be witnessing being present at MIT Bengaluru. We have an exclusive lab set up by Apple. And what does this do? This gives you a hands-on experience in a sector called Swift coding. How does that promote you? While you do this exercise or get the certification from here, you also get qualified to sit for their hackathons, which are conducted exclusively by Apple. We have a skill-build center. What does this center give you? It's got a plethora of softwares parked at the center. Now, when I say softwares, while you experiment on the softwares in areas like, let's say, OpenWare QuestKit, or it could be in the areas of Data Prep Kit from IBM, they're all parked for you to experiment. What is the net outcome? While institutions take pride in having co-authorship in your paper publications, we also give you an avenue to co-author with industry representatives. And believe me, it's not easy when you say you have a co-authorship with an industry personnel while you journey this 4 years alongside your academia and the other researches which happen in the campus here. This center helps you in doing that. Not just that you get plethora of open electives, program electives been rolled out from here, but also a research avenue for you to pave your pathway towards the next gen MS programs or integrated PhD programs in India or abroad. There's yet another lab called Gaming and Digital Twins, or Digital Twinning Lab. And what do you witness here? You witness some amazing softwares and gadgets like Vision Pro, MetaQuest, holopotations, etc., which you will be witnessing here. And what do you do by using this lab? Not just do you have experiential learning here, you also try to embed into what are the live systems out there, like let's say, for example, an agricultural farm that you want to mimic here. How would you be able to control remotely from this center? And this is one of the projects that we have taken in the recent past. You will get an opportunity to work along with these professors in this lab in some projects which you are envisaging, which can go in a big way supporting farming community at our own country. Doesn't end there. We also have, for those aspiring in allied programs like semiconductors, EDA tools, specializations in them. How do you benchmark designing? How do you get worthiness of your designs being competent enough to be sent either to TSMC laboratories or IMAC, Belgium laboratories? Would you be able to appreciate those designs? Having said that, we do not have a fab lab, and it might be difficult at this point in time to invoke or rather have this facility, but we have certain national institution laboratories which are next door. We have our students going and having a hands-on experience in those fab labs. So these are some technological advancements that you would see while you are going to journey with MIT Bengaluru. And one of our flagship programs or flagship centers that we are looking at, it's a collective decision of Mahe that we would have our state-of-the-art quantum laboratory, which is going to be stationed here. And this quantum laboratory that we're looking forward is somewhere between 6 to 8 qubits of a physical infrastructure. And this infrastructure you will see in front of your eyes while you journey with us for the next 3 to 4 years' time. And that joy of not just utilizing the center or the compute facility, of how do we build this scratch up is something which you will be witnessing here. Researchers, faculty members, industry representatives, or so-called as big-time, big names that you would see in this area who would work along with you, and you would get that experiential learning. How do you actually move out for that piece of code which your Gen AI cannot surpass, and you would want to have them given to a quantum for its compute power? And this is something which will be worthwhile to endeavor. Which also helps us to say that, yes, why we should look at quantum, because we also look forward to have this proposition given to our healthcare vertical with the data coming out of the hospitals and how we would be able to support the diagnosis, the prognosis, or in the healthcare sector, in the sectors where there could be profound requirements in the areas of drug discovery and delivery, or maybe rare disease identification using the centers. And this is where we envision this center in collaboration with top-tier institutions and companies around the globe. It doesn't end there. How do we accomplish this? And that's where you have some real good, competent faculty members whom we have instituted. While good number of our faculties have earned their proficiency in institutions of national repute in India, you also see our faculties who have come across the globe. You name it, maybe Carnegie Mellon or University of California, Berkeley, they all bring about this experiential learning on the table, and they also help support you in terms of what's happening out there in the globe, in terms of embarking, in terms of strengthening, in terms of giving you that insight of what are those research avenues available in case you wish or you are interested to deep dive into those areas. And these are some of the areas which our teachers are currently engaged, either through sponsored research or research funded by our own organization, or they are working explicitly in these areas, may it be agentic AI or digital assets, or let's say in the areas of blockchain computing. They're all in that space, working day in and day out to see that how well we will be able to project ourselves to the cutting edge technology. We also have power pack programs for you in case you wish to have your exposure at the international realm. Beyond those 2+2 programs or the twinning programs which you might generally hear, you'll also have in your tenure chance to move out, to move cross borders in terms of exploring possibilities of short-term, semester-long exchange programs. We call it as credit exchange programs, or you might even be interested to take up your complete capstone project, your final year project abroad. And Mahe, for the first time this year, has taken that lead in sponsoring students who really show their talent in their academic acumen, those who are 9-pointers and above. In fact, this year, we paved that pathway of having sent 4 students, 3 at University of Auckland in New Zealand. Believe me, it's 65 QS ranking. Similarly, students to US, completely paid, right from your visa to your air tickets, to your stay, and to your per-day allowances. These are all things being paid by Mahe for you to ensure that you go have this experiential learning in cutting-edge laboratories across. And our vision going forward is not just the universities, also renowned research laboratories across the globe. It might be NASA, it might be SpaceX, it might be TSMC, it might be IMEC. If there is a possibility, we will give you that provision to go, experience these centers, and then come back. What you see on your slide are the projects. These are the projects driven by students, and they've gone to a different level of maturity. While these are all areas where students venture in, some of them are already in place, some of them are getting kick-started. There's one project called Underwater Autonomous Vehicle, which is again a complete brainchild of our own students at MIT-Bengaluru. They're paving their pathway towards attending, or rather having participated in a competition at the international level. And to do that, right from scratch to the level that you accomplish on prototypes and the hardware designs, Mahe sponsors you, along with all the competencies that you might require across our campuses or across the alumni fraternity that you have, not just in Bangalore, but across. And they come to your rescue in whatever endeavors that you are looking forward for in your journey. Having said all these, I'm sure you're inquisitively looking at what is that number. Yes, this was one of the highest packages that we had. And being the first batch graduating this year, it wasn't easy for our students to make up to this number. While the left-hand side is much more okay, I want you to, or rather we gravitate ourselves more towards the right-hand side. Why? Because to earn these kind of stipend, while you're still as a student with us, it calls for that differentiating factor. And industries would not just simply pick you up and give you those stipends, right? So it's important for you to show your caliber right early stage. And what we do, and that's what we call as corporate engagement. And this engagement starts right from your semester 3. And I'm sure the chief guest who is seated here, he was also here. His team has been instrumental in ensuring that we also have these kind of collaborative activities where employees from industry come, they get alongside with students in the classes in ensuring that you also have certain portion of your curriculum been packed with use cases of these companies. And this is how you earn your credentials, connecting with industries much at the early stage and getting you some kind of internship while you're still as early in your second year or you're in third year. And that's not easy. And this is where we say, we get you onto this finishing product line in terms of ensuring that this engagements fetch you long way in terms of getting this internships. It doesn't end there. While you have a compulsory internship after completing your second year and third year, you've also got an optional internship in your final year. While we are talking here, we have several of our students who have parked themselves for the final year, 7th and 8th semester in the industry. So you might ask, how do we dwell into the academics or the curriculum? What we do is we park the final year subjects onto the online platform, either by NPTEL or through the SWAYAM portals. And we facilitate them to take their apprenticeship in the company. But yes, there are certain prerequisites. It definitely has to be a paid internship. Number 2, it should also result into a package which is somewhere greater than 10 LPA, which is definitely doable. And good number of them fall in the bracket of between 21 to 33. I think this is something which is definitely synergizing young kids in terms of how you can be, venturing out early stage, not just wait till your final year, look for some companies to come in and then get indulged into it, but rather early semesters, how well you can bring about those cutting edge technology into your portfolio, build your portfolio while you're still at second year, third year, and then look out for companies, and just not you going to the company, let companies come and ask you. And I always get those thrills, when they come and say, hey, look, you sent those kids last year, I want similar kind of kids to come back to me this year. And that's the biggest value proposition that we hold when we say, we are preparing you for the next gen. Some of the company names, West, it's not an exhaustive list. Few of the companies, you would definitely hear much more from our corporate engagement officer, Mr. Eklavya, who is here. His team, which works vehemently in terms of ensuring that day in and day out, there are several companies who flock in to our institution here at different levels, may it be in the form of putting up their COEs, Centers of Excellences, or having early level engagements, which go a long way in this endeavor. And before I end, as usual, I always would like to make this statement. While we give you entire plethora of opportunity at MIT-Bengaluru and Mahe Bengaluru, go venture out, have your studies, both in India and abroad. But remember, we want you all to come back and serve the country, because your skills, your potential is very much valued, and it has got this green pastures out here. And when you come back, you will see much more opportunities lying in front of you for you to venture out. May it be in the sectors of company professionals, or may it be for your studies in India or abroad, or maybe for your young entrepreneurial journey that we all see that should be literally coming up in your foresightedness. And with that note, I wish you all the very best, wishing you a pleasant stay for this 4 years. And of course, while you're going through this small-time glimpses of orientations, inductions for the next 3 to 4 years, get to know the system as swiftly as possible so that you can start acting, right? And that's the whole purpose of we taking you through this 3 to 4 days of induction. Do not miss it out, right? With that note, I wish you all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your earnest welcome address. We are delighted to have you among us. Now I request Simi VR to welcome our beloved director, Dr. Ivan Jose. Now, we would like to broadcast a special message from our Pro Chancellor and Vice Chancellor, Mahe.
My dear students, we are delighted to welcome you into the Mahe family. Here, you will find the perfect blend of academic excellence and holistic growth. A plethora of opportunities wait for you here as you step into the proud legacy of Mahe and become the leaders of tomorrow. Wishing you a transformative and inspiring journey ahead. Thank you.
I extend a warm welcome to all the new students and parents of Manipal Academy of Education for the academic year 25-26. We at Mahe not just provide education, but also a transformative life experience. I extend a very warm welcome to all the students who come to our university to experience education in a holistic manner, not necessarily just providing education. We also provide an educational experience of global standards, including opportunities for you to explore and diversify your existing knowledge and skills. I'm sure your journey here at Mahe will be fulfilling and transformative so that you become ready to take up any role across the globe in any discipline that you wish to excel. In addition, you'll also see that there will be a holistic development of mind and body in the university, which will make you a better human being as you go forward. May all your aspirations come true. Mahe will be with you in all your endeavors, ensuring that you transform as you learn.
Thank you for the wonderful message. Mahe Bengaluru is renowned for its association with distinguished stalwarts, and we are honored to welcome one such eminent personality as our academic leader. It's my pleasure to invite Dr. Preeti Hebbar to introduce our dynamic and inspiring Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Madhuvira Raghavan, Mahe Bengaluru, to the gathering.
Ellarigu namaskara. A very good morning to the esteemed dignitaries, faculties, students and parents present here. I am Dr. Preeti Hebbar, Assistant Professor, Department of Science and Humanities, MITs. It's an honor and privilege to introduce Professor Madhuvira Raghavan. He is the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Management, Law, Humanities and Social Sciences, Mahe Manipal and Mahe Bengaluru campus from April 1st, 2023. He also holds the position of TMA Pai Chair Professor of Finance at TMA Pai Management Institute, TAPME, and Dr. TMA Pai Endowment Chair in Management Research. He held the position of Director of TAPME from 2017 to 2023. Professor Madhuvira Raghavan holds an MBA in Finance and Investments and a PhD in Finance. With over 20 years of experience in world-class business schools, he believes that business schools should work for outcomes that support the mission of the school. Professor Veeraraghavan's research interests are in the areas of corporate finance, behavioral finance, and the interplay between auditing and finance. He is a referee for several leading accounting and finance journals. Professor Veeraraghavan has published over 50 papers in international journals and has presented his work in top conferences in finances and accounting. His work has appeared in elite journals such as Management Science, the Accounting Review, Journal of Financial Economics, Contemporary Accounting Research, Journal of Financial and Quantitative Analysis, Journal of Corporate Finance, Journal of Empirical Finance, Journal of Banking and Finance, Journal of Management, Journal of Business Ethics, and Auditing, a Journal of Practice and Theory. He's also revising a manuscript for the Review of Accounting Studies and preparing manuscripts for submission to several top-tier journals. He has obtained research funding of over 500,000 Australian dollars from the Australian Research Council Discovery Grant Scheme and the Australian Research Council Linkage Grant Scheme. Professor Veeraraghavan is an editor of the Journal of Contemporary Accounting and Economics and serves on the editorial advisory and review board of Accounting Theory and Practice. He has won many awards for his work in both national and international conferences. Recently, he has been ranked 223rd in the world in the Brigham University 2024 Accounting Research Rankings for his contributions to accounting research. He is also a recipient of the AICTE Dr. Preetham Singh Best Teacher Award 2021, awarded by the Honorable Minister of Education, Government of India. The Social Science Research Network has announced that Professor Veeraraghavan is ranked in the top 10% of the authors around the world. Professor Veeraraghavan is a trustee of Mitras Foundation, an NGO that provides free skill development courses to participants from rural backgrounds with the sole aim of empowering young lives. With that, please join me in welcoming Professor Madhu Veeraraghavan with a great round of applause. Sorry.
While this is getting flitch. Good morning to everyone. It's going to take 1 or 2 minutes. I think this is typical technology glitch. Did you have good breakfast? You there? Hello? Hi. This is 4th day in a row, and I've been here, and I still can't get this energy in the room. Can I hear a really good morning? I'm not sure we've given them good breakfast. Huh? This is first day, guys. I think you'll be so pumped up. Good. I'm more energetic than you are. I've been here 4 days in a row. Okay, so now this is working. Just give me a second. Okay, that's good. Excellent. Thank you very much. And firstly, many congratulations. Ivan, I'd asked you to stand up. I will not make you do that. And then you thank your parents. I'll just tell you to just wherever you're seated, give yourselves a very big round of applause. This is for you. You've done it for your parents. Now it's for you. The reason I'm saying this, first do that. At least there I want to see some energy. I'll show you why you deserve this round of applause for yourselves. Let me just begin by saying, hearty congratulations to all of you, to your parents, for choosing MIT and Mahe Bengaluru, and I think we've also done the right job by picking you guys for this exciting 4-year program at MIT Bangalore. So you see these 3 words, enter, explore, and excel. And there's a reason why we have sort of used those 3 words. You're entering an amazing university, a beautiful campus, and a fabulous school, institute in MIT. You're obviously going to explore a lot. I'm hoping most of those are good things that you'll explore. And I'm also hoping you will excel. All of us are hoping they shall excel. So that's the reason why we use those 3 words. So welcome to Mahe Bengaluru. I don't really need to tell you much about Mahe Bengaluru because When you would have applied to MIT, I'm sure you'd have done your homework, right? You'd have really gone through the websites, Quora, Poets and Quants, whatever else. You'd have checked everything before you applied. So I'm sure you've done your homework. But nevertheless, you're here with me for the next 7-8 minutes. I thought I'll just quickly take you through. It's a huge flagship campus here in Mahe Bengaluru. We are a very different university in India because the way we will teach you is to sort of blend traditional and new learning practices. That you will see when the faculty start teaching, you'll find it to be very, very different, more applied, and more they will act as facilitators as opposed to teachers, which is what you've had at the high school, right? So now you're in university, no longer we're going to monitor you 24 hours, right? So you are adults. Finally, we want to inspire, give you all the skill sets, all the competencies, which should make you, which allow you to make a positive difference to the world. Both the Pro Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor, if you heard them, they spoke about transformative experience, they spoke about leadership. All those are critical elements that you will find that it actually gives you in the next 4 years, right? I will also had this on a slide, which is a very proud moment for us to be ranked number 4 in the NRF rankings. That's a very significant achievement, given we have over 1,000 universities in this country, both private, public, state, central. You know, it's not an easy feat to be where Mahe is at this point. I think, Avalon, you also had the slide on the global rankings, and then he showed you the rankings as well. I'll just show you globally where we are. QS, Shanghai, the Times rankings. You'll actually see that Mahe is not just a national university. We have our footprint, of course, around the world, but you'll also see that we're ranked extensively by some of the best accrediting and ranking agencies around the world. So it's a very good milestone and achievement for us. So what does Mahe Bengaluru have? We have 10 institutions inside this campus, including your batch, the guys who are seated here. We have around 9,500 students on campus, very large, right? And we have around 500 plus faculty members, and we are continuously hiring. And for MIT, almost has over 150 faculty. Most of them have PhDs from best schools, or they have substantive industry experience. So that's the sort of faculty we recruit. And then we have an 80-acre plus green campus, which I'm sure will have plenty of time to go around and spend your evenings or whatever, right, after classes are over. Mahe itself has over 3,500 international students. We have 270 plus collaborative efforts with universities, corporates around the world, right? And Krishna Prasad from CGI is here, a chief guest for the day, and last year we had a very wonderful collaboration with them on the Code AI Summit. I'm sure we'll continue to do that again. So you can also see how industry and academia work together. That is very important for you guys, right? And partnerships with top universities. So you get a chance to go to New Zealand, Australia, or US or Canada, wherever, to the best schools to also have a short stint, and that will also give you a very, very different exposure that you will require. In terms of alumni network, we have around 250,000 plus alumni and counting. It's obviously, if you had seen the video, we started in the 1950s, almost 80 years. So you can imagine the number of KMC alums, MIT guys who have passed out of the portals of these great institutions, right? And remember, guys, in 4 years, you're going to be joining this family. That's a wonderful, wonderful moment. I mean, today you're day 1. When you finish your year 4, you're about to convocate, just look back at yourselves and you'll realize what a difference we have made to you. And I'm sure you have also worked very hard, but our contributions to, that's why I go back to the Pro Chancellor on transformative. You'll be a very transformed person in a number of ways, right? You'll know how to meet with challenges, you'll know how to celebrate, how to excel, all those things will come to you. So this is the family you will join when you finish your program here at MIT Bangalore. I don't need to introduce this gentleman or these 3 or the next 3 that I'm going to show you. They're all from MIT, right? And I could probably spend the next 4 or 5 hours going through the phenomenal alumni base that MIT has. But I'll standing between you and my other colleagues on lunch, and I don't want to do that to you folks. So have a look at these names. These names need no introduction, and I'm absolutely sure maybe in 15, 20 years, some of you will be figuring on this list of people who was the Pro VC, who was the director of MIT at that point in time, would be doing the induction, and they'll be saying, hey, these guys are here. I'm sure you would love to see your picture up there, right? And I don't think that's impossible. That's absolutely possible. Satyanarayana graduated in 88. When Manipal, I lived in Manipal for 10 years before I moved to Bangalore. It's a very small town, extremely small town. It's a university town. When universities are closed, there are hardly any businesses. That's the sort of town. And from there, we have some of the most amazing names in the world. So imagine, guys, if you cannot be inspired by this slide and the next slide, I'm not sure what else I can do to inspire you. So look for it. In terms of corporate partners, Ivan showed you a list of top recruiters. It's not an exhaustive list. I'm sure Eklavya will have a lot of presentations with you guys as you go through the orientation program, induction program. I'm just going to show you some names that have been visiting MIT, Mahe Bengaluru to recruit. That's fantastic. We have a huge list of companies, but companies will only pick you if you guys are talented. So you have to work hard. Well, Eklavya and team will certainly bring those companies to the campus. It's your job to work hard and get those jobs and stipends and salaries. But remember, we are not a job-creating machine. That is not MIT's job. That is not Mahe's job. We are only here to create careers, not jobs. Make that distinction day one. We are here to build a fabulous career for you. That's what we will do, right? You don't need jobs from us. You have many agencies who can do that for you. You don't need to come to MIT. If you've chosen MIT to come, then we are about careers. And here is a quick number. This is important. I'm not saying it's not important, but you need to have a sense of how in MIT Bangalore, which is only 4 years old, right, can attract almost a 70 lakh plus a package, a great profile, Microsoft coming in, Google coming in. Why would they come? They would come because they realize the input is very good, which is you folks. The throughput is also very good, which is all the faculty led by Ivan and team in making a great job. Consequently, the output should be good. Right? And that is why it is not easy to make it to MIT. It's not like any university, you can just apply and you can walk in. You made substantive efforts to get here. So let's be proud of that for some time. Right? And placement metrics, how many companies have visited, Fortune 500 companies, how many have participated, how many have hired. These are just some numbers. It may be too much, not too many numbers for you, but just realize the sort of institution you are a part of today. So here are programs which I am going to leave it to the academic team. I guess Prema will present today and talk about the sort of programs they have and the curricula, the pedagogy, the assessments, the rubrics, mechanisms that are involved in it. I'll leave that to Rashmi, Prema, and everyone else who will do all the induction for you in the next week or so. I won't take much time. On the emotional well-being, I'm very, very proud as a university campus that today we have a great initiative called Manam, which is the emotional well-being, and parents will appreciate. And if you read the newspapers, you can see how many cases of, students have really difficult times coping with situations. Could be academic related, could be relationship based, whatever it may be. But there is not, in our country, we really don't talk about these conversations easily. We make it very difficult, we make it very complex, and we stigmatize them, which should not be the case. So there has to be an avenue for someone to say, hey, look, I have a problem, I am going through a difficult time, whom do I speak to? Of course, there are half a dozen counselors on campus, but sometimes students may not want to go to the counselor, right? Because they feel if I go there, somebody will think I'm going to a shrink, somebody will start judging me. This is a completely non-judgmental conversation. And we are the first university in India to actually do this. It's called Manam, and we launched it this year. Idea is to provide you with some simple tips, tools, meetups, sort of find your tribe. There's a website on which we have posted some things. We have 2 external experts who are trained counselors who come and talk to you, right? Then there are no assessments, which is something you want, but of course you'll have a lot of assessments at MIT. And then you'll want some CV boosting stuff, which we will do. But more importantly, it's about knowing your own emotions. It's about being aware of your emotions and how to handle those emotions. That's the reason this is important. On the digital dimension, Ivan's already spoken about it. I'm just going to quickly skip this, just in the interest of time. On sustainable, I'll spend just maybe 10 seconds. We are a very conscious sort of campus that believes in sustainable practices. So you will see a lot of solar panels, how to use use recycled water, we use rainwater harvesting. We'll make sure there are lots of trees around the campus, lots of birds. So all of these things are important. We don't want to be a campus just with bricks and mortars and buildings and then cut away all the greenery. That's not the campus I would like to have. And therefore, you will see a very good campus. You'll see a lot of student clubs, including TAPME and other schools. I'm sure MIT will also do that. You guys, basically, taking on projects. That will keep the campus even more sustainable. There's a rewilding task force led by a faculty team who go around the campus every Tuesday, every Thursday, looking at stuff that can be fixed, and making sure that we don't have a single-use plastic anymore. We have our own bottling plant. By water, bottling, I mean water, guys. I mean, don't think of anything else we are bottling here. It's only water we bottle. So on futuristic infrastructure, we have an amazing gym, 200,000 square feet marina. I would encourage all of you to also join. It's important to be physically fit, mentally fit. You guys will burn candle at both ends, perhaps eat late night food and all that stuff. So we sometimes ignore our body, but let's not do that. I know the parents will be very busy. They may not have time to visit the marina. So what I thought I would do is I'll quickly play a short video for you just to get a sense of what this gym is about. Looked good, actually. If I had a video of people actually working out, I think I should do that for later. Anyway, life at Bengaluru, Mahe Bengaluru, you will have a lot of fun, lots of festivals. Sarita will talk about it when she gives her talk on how much fun you guys will have in this campus. We also have a 2.5-year-old lab called Kushi. She goes around the campus spreading as much love and happiness as possible. She will not enter the hostels, but she'll be around the campus. She has a dog handler, and she loves coming to my office and sleeps half the time there. So, they sleep for 18 hours and eat for 6 hours. I wish we had a life like that. We have 2 German Shepherds on campus. It's not Hitler now, it's Tiger and Hare. So two German Shepherds. These are guys you want to stay away from as much as possible because these are German Shepherds. So they're not going to be, they're adorable, but they will not be very playful. These are also handled by handlers, and of course, I've called them paw and order because if you are bringing some amazing substance into campus, you'll have to get through these 2 fellows first. And more often than not, they will get you. I was telling someone yesterday, it's like playing cricket, right? If Stark doesn't get you, Cummins will. Cummins doesn't get you, Hazelwood will. So if Tiger and Hare don't get you, somebody else will in the campus. So be careful not to bring any such substances into campus, guys. More pictures of life at Mahe Bengaluru. It's all good fun. The current batch has approximately 33-34% women and around 66-67% men. So that's just the profile. On geographical diversity, you can see we are Pan-India University. Pretty much every state we cover, and we're not just a state university, so you will see from all parts of the country people coming in, including, we also have international students like Dubai and stuff like that. So that's great. This year we received exact number of 18,946 applications for MIT Bangalore. I think almost 50,000 in total, which meant the remaining would go to MIT, Manipal. And we only picked 1487. That's why I told you, you owe yourselves a really, even now, a big round of applause. Knowing full well, and perhaps you can congratulate each other, whoever is right next to you, that this is a magnificent effort, so do well, do really well. You belong here, and that's a tagline that I've always seen on social media handles, something we're very proud of, and we want you to be here, we want you to have fun, we want you to really enjoy the next 4 years. I'm not sure how much I will see you because I'm not a part of the MIT faculty, but I certainly will run into you if you're going to the gym, or I'll walk around the campus, I'll stop by, say hi to me, and if there's anything I can do to make your lives even more interesting, in the campus, we would love to do that. It is a beautiful campus, guys. The more you explore, the more you'll realize you made the right choice. So congratulations once again. Thanks to all of the parents for entrusting your sons and daughters with us. we can assure you that in the next 4 years, you'll find a very sort of transformed young men and women with a great head on their shoulders. Thanks very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring our young minds with your insightful words. Your address was truly beneficial for the students. Thank you, sir. We are honored to have a pillar of institutional leadership, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Additional Registrar and Director, Administration, brings unparalleled dedication and strategic vision to the efficient functioning of Mahe Bengaluru. It's my privilege to invite Dr. Manasa to introduce our administrative leader, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, to the gathering.
Good morning to esteemed dignitaries, faculties, students, and parents. I'm Dr. Manasa Kongut, Assistant Professor at the Department of Science and Humanities, and it's my honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Additional Registrar and Director, Administration, Mahe Bengaluru. Hailing from Parkala near Manipal, Dr. Raghavendra obtained his graduation and post-graduation degree in Manipal Academy of Higher Education, MIT Manipal, in Mechanical Engineering in the year 2001 and 2003 respectively. He joined MIT Manipal as a faculty member in the Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering in the year 2005. Thereafter, he completed his PhD from MIT Manipal in the area of manufacturing engineering in 2014. He has over 20 years of experience in teaching, research, and administration. At present, he is Additional Registrar and Director Administration of Mahe Bengaluru campus from May 2025, with a wide range of experience in handling student-related activities, academic and examination activities, as well as department, institute, and university events. Dr. Raghavendra, along with his dedicated team, is responsible for setting up this beautiful campus. Since 2005, he has served the organization in various capacities. He has served as Assistant Director Academics from 2015 to 2019, Nodal Officer of Mahe for Institution of Eminence, and so on. Apart from teaching and research, he has served as faculty advisor and sports advisor of various student clubs at MIT Manipal. Dr. Prabhu has published and presented several research articles in reputed national and international journals and conferences. With his passion for teaching and commitment to research, he has been awarded with Best Teacher Award in Mechanical Engineering stream in 2012 and has received Best Paper Awards at various forums. He is a life member of Indian Society for Technical Education. Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu is also a very good sports person with special interest in cricket, football, badminton, and athletics. With this, kindly join me in welcoming Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu with a big round of applause. Over to you, sir.
So good morning, everyone. The chief guest of today's function, Mr. Krishna Prasad, other dignitaries on and off the dais, faculty colleagues, staff members, university officials, the student and parents. It is my proud privilege to be here on the fourth and the last day of a BTech orientation program, RM 2025. So first, I would like to congratulate all the students for securing admission to the programs of your choice at Mahe Bengaluru and MIT Bengaluru. So congratulations once again. So today marks a significant milestone in your life. You are stepping into a new chapter, one that will shape your future both personally and professionally. Over the next 4 years, you will engage with rigorous academic learning, explore cutting-edge technologies, and develop a strong sense of responsibility and leadership. Mahe Bengaluru is a young and vibrant campus offering the best of infrastructure, faculty, research opportunities, and industry collaboration. It is our endeavor to nurture not just as engineers, but solution seekers and change makers who are prepared to meet the challenges of tomorrow. At MIT Bengaluru, we believe in holistic development. Along with technical knowledge, we encourage you to participate in innovation challenges, entrepreneurship initiatives, student clubs, cultural and sports activities. These experiences will broaden your horizons and help you become well-rounded individuals. I urge you to approach your time here with curiosity, integrity, and a commitment to excellence. Make use of resources available. The working teams respect diversity, and most importantly, enjoy the journey of learning. To the parents present here, thank you for entrusting us with the responsibility of educating your children. We assure you that they are in good hands and we will support them every step of the way. In closing, I welcome once again all of you to Mahe Bengaluru family. May your years here be filled with growth, inspiration, and success. All the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for igniting our young minds with your words of wisdom. Your message was really informative and extremely helpful for the students. We are truly privileged to have with us today Mr. Krishna Prasad, whose remarkable journey and accomplishments continue to inspire many. It's my privilege to call upon Ms. Tulika Datta to introduce our honored chief guest to the gathering. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. A special thanks to Rashmi ma'am for her thoughtful words. It is now my privilege to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Krishna Prasad, a distinguished leader with more than 25 years of experience at CGI, a global leader in IT and business consulting. Starting his journey as a graduate hire, Mr. Prasad has risen through the ranks to currently lead the Capital Markets Sub-Business Unit within CGI's Financial Services Delivery Center, the organization's largest business unit. Based in Bangalore, he oversees global delivery services for CGI's banking clients. His professional journey spans leadership roles in project management, software development, consulting, and strategic planning, particularly in the banking and financial service sector. He has significantly contributed to building enterprise platforms for capital markets and wealth management clients. Mr. Prasad is also a passionate mentor and thought leader. He has been associated with the NASSCOM W2RT AI stream since its inception and currently heads the Technology Advisory Group for the AI stream. A prolific speaker and author, he has published white papers on data and AI and delivered impactful sessions at platforms such as 1.21 GWS, Udemy, and Udureka, especially in the areas of AI and ML. Beyond his professional commitments, Mr. Prasad actively engages in community service through various CSR initiatives and champions the cause of diversity and inclusivity, embedding these values within the team's culture. We are deeply honored to have him with us today. His journey is an inspiration for all young minds stepping into the new phase of life. I now invite Mr. Krishna Prasad to kindly address the gathering and share a few words of wisdom.
Good morning, all. It's really exciting to be here. 32 years back, I was sitting there with all the excitement when I started my graduation. And exactly 28 years back, I started my journey with CGI. And I still did not find a reason why I need to CGI. So that is one of the very rare breeds you find in IT. So I am one. It's a great journey. You all came here, and I'm sure all the parents are proud. On a lighter note, I'm sure last 10 years, all your friends, colleagues, teachers would have said, complete +2, you will go to engineering and you can enjoy. And I'm sure it's left to Mahe faculty now to say, okay, that's not the reality. You have 4 more years to really struggle. I know all the beautiful pictures are out there. You can enjoy them, you earned it. But you need to really, really struggle and make sure you are coming out with flying colors. As Mr. Madhuri said, they are not here to give you packages. They are here to make sure you are ready for the industry to excel yourself. And I like the three statements that you said. And coming back to the statement, I think Arham, I really liked it. You completed your +2, came here, and you are restarting your journey. I think from the Indian context, if you see, 2 years of juvenile and 2 years of adults. And trust me, it's very, very tough for your faculty to handle you. And the reason I will tell, every day there is a new technology coming in. Every day there is a new innovation. And the curriculums and textbooks are not changing every day. It takes minimum 5 years to change any curriculum. So the professors here need to put their day in, day out. Maybe evenings they need to really prepare what exactly is new that is happening and how exactly they can bring it to you the next day morning. I personally interacted with Mahi with Dr. Dayanand sir, and I keep calling every one of you Professor Sir, because it's extremely challenging for them to get integrated with the industry and bring the best of the skills to you. And thank you all the faculty here. I know we all spoke about the students, but it's extremely impossible if you are not integrated with the industry to bring the best of the class, and that is where you have chosen the right one. Because I'm closely associated with Mahi for the last 1 year. I've seen the hunger in all the professors. They worked with us not for doing the sessions, but some of the best industry practices. We did a 6-week course in Agile and Scrum, which not many people do till you come into the industry. So that is the kind of professors you have. You need to be really proud that you entered a campus which will definitely get you the career like Madhuri Vedraghavan sir said. The next one is on the world changing we spoke about, the curriculums we spoke about, but the gurus that I spoke about, right? You need to look at them as mentors. I'm sorry if I'm trying to tell something different, but my personal view is you need to look them as mentors. Some of your excitement, energy, innovation, that is what will help to create some of the very new thoughts as you are here. And the internships which they spoke about, when we do get people to do the internships, we have some of the best innovation. In fact, last week we had an Envision event in CGI. The best innovation was built by an intern who is coming from one of the campuses. And that is exactly you can do. And he got what? 3.5 lakhs rupees award, which being in the college he was able to. And that's one of the best awards which was accepted by one of our banking clients. So let's try to come out of the standards and standard ways of operation and then see what best we can do. And the next part, okay, this is something which we all in the industry measure ourselves in. Attrition. I don't know how many of you know attrition, how many people leave us every year. But look at here, they have 100% assured one batch leaving every year. But the kind of passion with which they are training you, because they don't see you the next year. And that's where I liked some of the statements he said, creating you to be the future leaders of India or the world, the kind of energy, passion, and integration you and new friends you all create over the next 4 years. Today is the starting day, so you can give a big pat on your back and start the exciting journey and be ready to take up those challenges from day one. Because what you read till yesterday is different. What you are reading today and trying to implement, that is what is going to go into your actual industrial experience. The last point, I will leave with just 2 thoughts. This is something which the Cisco CEO, when he visited India, when in one of the press conferences, we asked what exactly he sees future of India. And he said, the world came to India because of cost arbitrage because we have the euro and US versus INR change. They stayed here because we gave them the scale. India has the youngest population and most vibrant population. That's where they stayed. But they will continue to stay because of the innovation we bring in. And you are all entering the campus in the innovation age where India is going to give to the world. And this happened in 2018. Now we are in the AI transformation world. So the most exciting journey you are entering. And I'm telling you, when I started my college, I don't know how many of you know, you would have seen the pictures. We started with floppy disks. I'm so excited you are going to work on Apple labs and all. We started with floppy disks, not the hard ones, the soft ones. I don't know, your parents should be able to tell the soft floppy disks. And today we are driving, most of the leaders you see are driving the AI world from India. So you are starting on a very strong note, and let's see, we can see, I saw Dr. Madhuri Veeraraghavan showing one picture, how many of Mahe people are actually leading world companies, world top companies. But one thing which is missing, personally, I know I did not do it, but that is something which is an ambition. Can we have one of you where he can show it in shortly saying, this is one of the world's best class industry in India. Unfortunately, we have created a lot of leaders who are going and saying they are leading Amazon, Facebook or others, but we are not able to create those large unicorns in India. It's starting, but maybe that's the biggest ambition we can have, and maybe it can start from here. You can point to yourself and see that. And one last point I want to say, it's not that we don't have the talent. Just 15 years back, if you go, I don't think we have the Digiyatras, and I don't know how many of you, I will tell you, my son, whenever I go and cross a toll gate, he'll be shouting, oh my God, it took 15 seconds. And all of us, around 10, 15 years back, if we see, we used to stand in toll gates for 1 to 2 hours at some times. So that's the kind of transformation which is led by one of the strongest players from India. And we have some of the modern payments gateways which are in India, which the world is taking from us. So please take that pride and see, can you come with those ideas? And then the world belongs to you. Okay, wish you all good luck. It's a fantastic beginning, and industry is looking for young and bright minds like you. And what else is the other place than Mahe for you to kickstart that journey? I'm so excited to see all those labs. I would love to come and work along with you one of those days. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Your insightful, thought-provoking address has set the perfect platform for our students. As a token of gratitude and honor from Mahe family, I now request our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Madhu Veeraraghavan, to present a memento to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. Words are not enough to express our gratitude. Thank you, sir. Great moments are born from great appreciation. As we come to the close of our MIT-RM 2025, it's our bound duty to thank everyone who have given their time and efforts towards the success of this program. To express our gratitude and appreciation, I now request Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director, MIT, to present the oath of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
A very good morning to one and all present here. as we come to the end of 4 days BTech orientation program, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thank each and everyone who has worked tirelessly to make this event a grand success. First and foremost, I would like to thank our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Krishna Prasad, Vice President, Consulting Delivery, CGI, for his valuable insights and inspiration. Thank you, sir. I'm indeed very thankful to our Mahe leadership, Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Honorable Vice Chancellor for sending across warm welcome messages to our newly admitted students at MIT Bengaluru. I would also like to express my deep appreciation and profusely thank our Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Madhu Veeraraghavan and Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu, Additional Registrar and Director Administration, for gracing this orientation program on all the 4 days and for their wisdom, insights, and setting the tone for academic journey. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our beloved director, Dr. Ivan Jose, for the tremendous support given in executing all the activities related to RM 2025. Thank you, sir, for sharing your wealth of knowledge, experience, and expertise with all of us. Your guidance and mentorship will undoubtedly steer the academic journey of our students in the right direction and inspire them to strive for excellence. Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar, thank you so much, ma'am, for your advice and guidance to our students. Esteemed parents, thank you all for believing in Mahe and for entrusting with us the responsibility of nurturing and guiding your own children here. Be assured that MIT Bengaluru will provide a supportive and stimulating environment for the growth and development of your wards. Today, after the academic process, Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar will be taking you through the hostel rules and regulations. My dear students, thank you for your participation. We are with you as you embark on this exciting academic journey. On this momentous occasion, I would like to thank all my colleagues, faculty members of different committees, team leads, non-teaching staff, and general duty workers for their tireless efforts, meticulous planning, teamwork, and dedication. I would also like to thank all the HODs, Dean of MIT, all HOIs, HODs, and different section heads under Mahe Bengaluru for their support and cooperation. I would also like to thank Mr. Sanjeev, our Professor of Practice in the School of Computer Engineering, who is instrumental in arranging for the Robo-Sophie and the humanoid Ria on the stage for the past 3 days of orientation. Thank you so much, sir. I would also like to thank all the university officials who are present with us today for this orientation program. Once again, I thank each and everyone who has directly or indirectly contributed to the success of BTech orientation program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We thank all the dignitaries profusely for spending your valuable time with us. We delightfully request you all to please descend from the dais and kindly occupy the front seat in the auditorium and join us for the remaining part of the orientation program. Thank you, everyone.
Let's begin with a video that offers a glimpse of MIT Bengaluru, a place which is inspired by life.
excellence is a mindset, one that inspires you to go beyond your comfort zone to achieve your full potential, driving you towards greatness. It was with this mindset with which the visionary Dr. TMA Pai set out to achieve excellence in education at Manipal over 6.5 decades ago. He pioneered independent India's first privately funded medical school by setting up Kasturba Medical College in 1953. Over the years, Manipal has grown from strength to strength, creating multidisciplinary world-class institutions in India and across the globe.
Over here we have courses that are both challenging and rewarding. The courses are widely varied from computer science to electronics to cybersecurity, data science, etc. The faculty over here both excel in their own fields and are amazing at also mentoring. This was absolutely the right choice for me, and I do wish to see you here in Mahe, where the sky is the limit.
You belong here.
Wonderful. Thank you for the video. MIT is renowned for its rigorous academic excellence, pioneer research, and strong focus on applying knowledge to real-world challenges. We take pride in fostering diverse, inclusive environment that encourages learning, collaboration, and mutual respect. As we begin this journey, remember, knowing the rules of the game is key before you step onto the field. Dear students, over the next 4 years, your mission is to navigate and embrace the academic ecosystem at MIT, unlocking the successful engineer within you. Keeping this in mind, we are happy to have with us Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director. She has always shown keen interest in our activities, and in her, we found a great strength and support to all the programs we undertake. May I now request Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director, MIT, to kindly elaborate on the academic framework and learning journey at MIT.
Dear students and parents, I'll take you through the academic process quickly. The flow of my presentation is as follows. I'll be explaining in brief different BTech programs that we are running here currently for the admission batch 2025, followed by the academic process and student support system. There are two streams at MIT Bengaluru, computer science stream and electronics stream. Under computer science stream, all the students will take admission to BTech in computer science and engineering. Over the first 2 years, they will be studying all the fundamental courses related to computer science domain. At the end of the fourth semester, that is at the end of the second year, based on CGPA, they have the option to choose one of the specializations. The different specializations are artificial intelligence and machine learning, cybersecurity, data science, quantum computing, and BTech in CSC with specialization in gaming and digital twinning, and one more specialization is robotics and artificial intelligence. Under electronic stream, there are different programs such as BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Electronics and Computer Engineering, BTech in Electronics Engineering with specialization in VLSI Design and Technology, and BTech in Robotics and Artificial Intelligence. Under CSC specializations, if you choose any one of these specializations that I just mentioned, you will be studying 5 lab integrated courses related to those specializations in the 5th and 6th semester. To get the basic BTech degree, a student needs to acquire 160 credits over the 4 years. These credits are distributed across the 4 years. In the first semester, the student has to earn 22 credits. In the second semester, there are theory courses as well as practical classes summing up to another 20 credits. So at the end of the first year, there are 44 credits of courses that you will have studied. Similarly, in the second year, we have another 43 credits, third year 42 credits, and in the final year, 31 credits. Then in the 8th semester, we do not have any theory classes. There's only a project work which a student needs to do, and that is for 12 credits. Please note that this 160 credits includes this 12 credits. A student can do the project work either in the industry, which will be mostly a stipend-based internship. We also call it as a practice school. If a student does not want to do the project in the industry, it may be because he wants to pursue his master's or doctoral studies, so he can stay back in the institution and do the project work under a faculty mentor. Then we have 6 credits for subjects related to humanities and management. There is a course called as industrial training for 1 credit, and there are open electives of 9 credits. Both these types of courses are called as mandatory learning courses. By this, what I mean is a student has to compulsorily clear in these courses, but the marks are not used for CGPA calculation. Out of these 9 credits of open elective, students will be studying one open elective in the 5th semester for 3 credits, another open elective in the 6th semester, one in the 5th, one in 6th, and one in 7th, each of 3 credits. When I say open elective, it is a course offered outside your department. Suppose you are a student in the School of Computer Engineering, then you can take up a course which is offered outside your school, maybe electronics department, or outside your institution itself. Maybe there is a law school which is offering a course for, related to say IPR. Okay, there's a course offered by the law school, student can go and study that course. There's a course offered by humanities or by management schools. A student is free to choose those courses. In the 7th semester, we have only electives. They can be what are called as program electives. Program electives are the specialized courses which are offered within your department. And then there are open electives, which are the courses which are offered outside your department. We follow a flexible credit system where the total number of credits that a student can earn vary from 160 to 188. And for the basic BTech degree, it is only 160 credits. If a student wishes to study what is called as a minor specialization, then for the minor specialization, a student has to compulsorily do a mini project of 8 credits, in which case the total number of credits that he will have earned is 168. Then for more meritorious students who are capable of putting in additional effort, they can opt for BTech Honors program. There is a CGPA cap for that, which I'll explain in the subsequent slides. And as part of the BTech Honors program, you will be studying some courses at the higher level, say PG level courses, or we call them as courses of grade level 5. And he also has to do a project work. And this project work must result in a journal paper publication. So totally, student will be acquiring additional 20 credits if he opts for BTech Honors, in which case the total number of credits will be 180. Now he will do BTech Honors, and also he will do one more minor specialization. Then the total number of credits that he will be getting is 188 credits. Please note that both minor specialization and BTech Honors are optional. We follow a 10-point credit system where the number of credits associated with a particular course depends upon the number of lecture hours per week. If it is a theory course, normally a student will have 3 hours of lecture and 1 hour of tutorial. It will come out to be 4 credits. If it is a practical course, then he will have 2 hours of lab per week, and that is equal to 1 credit. And we say that a student has completed a semester when he clears all the subjects of that particular semester. Normally in one semester, there will be 6 theory courses and 3 laboratory courses. Attendance regulations. I request the students as well as the parents to pay attention to what I'm going to tell related to attendance. We wish and we expect that a student will attend all the classes of every course in a particular semester, because by attending all the classes in that particular semester, he will be able to grasp the concepts in a better way. Because in the class, the teacher will be discussing so many aspects related to a particular topic. She may be discussing some real-life case studies. She may be solving different types of numericals. And also, if a student attends the class, whenever he has a doubt, he can ask a doubt to the student in the class itself and get the clarification. So with this intention, student is expected to attend the class. Please don't attend the class for the sake of just attendance. You need to attend the class to understand the subject thoroughly and to grasp the concepts. However, at times, because of various reasons, maybe health reasons or family functions, you may not be able to attend all the classes. So in such cases, we expect that a student must attend at least 75% of the classes. Therefore, a minimum of 75% attendance is required for every course, without which the student will not be allowed to sit for the end semester examination. When a student does not have the minimum required 75% attendance, he will be getting a DT grade in that particular subject. DT means detained due to attendance shortage. So in the subsequent semesters, whenever that particular course is offered, student has to attend the classes, sit with the juniors, acquire the attendance, and also go through all the assessments and get the internal marks. Only then he will be allowed to sit for the end semester examination. Without having 75% attendance, student is not permitted to sit for the end semester examination. So please keep this in mind. Absence for over 6 weeks without informing the HOD or without informing any of the teachers may lead to program termination. We are constantly tracking the attendance of the students. We are monitoring their regularity to the classes and labs. If a student is absent for 3 continuous classes, immediately the teachers will start calling the student and trying to find out what is the reason. Suppose the student is not picking up the calls and not responding to the phone calls, then the teachers will start calling the parents and informing them that, okay, your child is not responding. Okay, so that way we are going to track the students. So if at all due to any reason you are unable to attend the class, please inform your mentor, inform your teachers, and also inform your HOD. Whenever a student has not cleared a course, all such students have to re-register for the courses whenever those courses are offered, along with their regular semester courses, and try to clear them. In order to avoid overload on the student, we do not allow any student to register for more than 36 credits in a semester. So you are permitted to register for a maximum of only 36 credits in a semester. The evaluation process comprises of 2 components: in-semester assessment for 50 marks, which is divided into quizzes, assignments, and midterm exams. Quizzes for 10 marks, assignments another 10 marks, then midterm exam for 30 marks. End semester assessment is again for another 50 marks. In case a student is unable to attend quiz or midterm exam, he can request the department to give him another chance. Then there will be re-quiz and re-midterm exam only for genuine and valid reasons. Laboratory courses are assessed based on the continuous evaluation, which is for about 60 marks, which happens throughout the semester. So whenever a student is performing in the lab, okay, his regularity and how efficiently he is able to carry out the coding exercises or other experiments is being observed by the teacher, and he will be evaluated. We expect that the student should come prepared for the lab, because what has to be executed in a particular lab will already be discussed by the teacher in the previous class. Teacher will have clearly given the instructions as to how the next lab has to be carried out. Therefore, the students must come prepared for the lab and straight away start doing the experiments. Whenever the students are having some difficulty, teachers are going to assist them and ensure that the experiment or the exercise is working fine. And at the end of the semester, there is a lab exam for another 40 marks. We follow relative grading here. So the performance of a student in a particular class depends on how his other friends are performing in that particular course. This is very important. Please note this, and this is called as relative grading. The different types of grade letters that are permitted here are A+, A, B, C, up to E and F. The corresponding grade value is for A+, it is 10 points. For A, it is 9 points and so on. In order to clear a course, the minimum grade required is E. When a student fails, then F grade or the failure grade will appear in his marks card. If a student does not have any attendance and therefore is not able to sit for the end semester exam, then he will be getting a DT grade. Then there is another grade called as I grade. This is for those students who had sufficient attendance. They had the eligibility to write the end semester exam, but because of some sudden emergency, on the day of the exam, he did not come to the examination hall. And he informed the department about the situation with the proper proof. Then for that particular course, he will be getting a I grade. And these three cases, F grade, I grade, and DT grade, they have to clear the courses in the subsequent opportunities when they get. The end semester examination is mandatory for all the theory courses, even though the student may have very high internal marks. Please keep this in mind. You have to write the end semester exam irrespective of whatever is your internal marks, and you should get a minimum of 18 out of 50 to clear the course, that particular course. So although your internal marks may be either 45, 46, if you do not write the end semester exam, you will be getting a F grade. The internal marks as well as the end semester marks are added together, and this sum must be more than the cutoff for a particular subject. So because of relative grading, the cutoff for a course is not fixed always at 35. It varies from 35 to 49, depending upon how the students are performing in that particular course. So please keep this in mind. Your cutoff marks are not fixed. It is variable. It depends upon how the class is performing. And your marks, total marks, should be more than the cutoff. Then only you will clear that particular subject. And we allow the students to see their answer scripts, whether it is quiz marks or midterm marks or the end semester marks. Even the end semester answer scripts are first shown to the students. After the paper seeing process only, results will be declared. And all students should make use of this opportunity. And when you are seeing your own answer scripts, if you feel that you have not got adequate marks, you can express your grievances, you can write down your concerns. Teacher will go through your answer script again. After that only, the results will be announced. So we are very transparent and we expect you to perform well. Only then you will be getting good marks. Once a student has completed a course, that is, he has cleared, he might have got either a C grade or D grade, he cannot ask for improvement of grades. He cannot tell that I want to write the exam again because I want to get a B grade or A grade. So whatever is your grade, okay, you have to be satisfied with that. Only if it is a F grade or I grade or DT grade, you will be writing the exam for that course again. Otherwise, there is no scope for improvement of grades. For the students who are unable to clear the courses in the first attempt, then there is a second opportunity given in the form of make-up examination. These make-up exams happen before the commencement of the next semester. Similarly, in the labs, if you have failed, there is one more opportunity given before the commencement of the next semester, and okay, you will be able to write those exams and you should be able to clear. In case a student is having a F grade, then again he is writing the make-up exam. So this is his second opportunity to write the exam. So in such a case, the student can get a maximum grade of only C. The grade is capped at C because it is his second attempt, whatever, irrespective of his marks. So you might have got more marks, but your grade will remain as a C itself, maximum allowed. Suppose it is a I grade student. So he was a student having very good attendance, but he could not write the exam because of some valid medical reasons. Such a student, when he writes the make-up examination, there is no capping of grades or marks. So whatever is the marks he has scored, okay, according to that he will get the this grade. The cutoffs for the regular exam as well as the makeup exam will remain the same. There's no change in the cutoff marks. But for F grade students, there is a capping at C grade. For I grade students, there's no capping of the grades. Academic performance is indicated by two parameters called as GPA and CGPA. GPA means grade point average, which is given to the student at the end of each semester. Over successive semesters, the students will be getting cumulative grade point average. Re-registration is a process wherein the students who are unable to clear the courses, they have to give their willingness. I want to register for this course again, and you have to pay the re-registration fee and try to clear those courses. Academic progression. It is very important that the students must acquire minimum number of credits in order to get promoted from one year to another year. As I told earlier, in the first year, you must you have total number of 44 credits, and we are not asking you to pass in all the subjects, because sometimes due to some valid reasons, student may fail in some courses. However, you should have a minimum of at least 26 credits. Only then you are promoted to the second year. Without 26 credits, you will not be permitted to sit in the third semester classes. Similarly, to clear the second year and move to the third year, you must have a minimum of 68 credits. Again, at the end of the third year, a student with the minimum credits of 110 will only be permitted to go to the fourth year. Those students who are not able to get the minimum number of credits, they are said to be under academic probation. They will not be going to the subsequent semester. Instead, they will remain in their previous year, and they have to clear all the courses. That means they have to attend the classes, they have to get the sufficient attendance, they have to go through all the assessments and write the exam and pass that particular subject and get the minimum required number of credits. Only then the academic probation will be ending and the student will become a regular student. Two such academic progression will result in termination from the institution. Please keep this in mind. If you are unable to get the minimum number of credits in 2 successive years, then you will not be permitted to continue your education, and you may have to leave the institution. So please keep this in mind, and please do not allow yourself to get into such difficult situations. Some of the highlights of BTech program. For meritorious students who are enthusiastic enough and they have the energy and they are willing to put some additional efforts, we offer what is called as BTech Honors program. In order to apply for BTech Honors, you should have a CGPA of 8.5 and at the end of the 4th semester, and you should maintain this CGPA of 8.5 throughout, and in the 8th semester also you should have the same CGPA of 8.5 or above that. For BTech Honors, there are some additional courses at the level 5 or PG level, which are provided in the 5th, 6th and 7th semester. Each course is for about 4 credits, and you will be studying 3 such courses and earning 12 additional credits. He will also be carrying out a project work, which will eventually result in one journal publication. So totally he will be acquiring 180 credits, that is 160 plus 20 credits. People take up this BTech Honors opportunity because students with BTech Honors will have a higher weightage, especially when they go for masters or doctoral programs. Another highlight of BTech program is the opportunity to acquire minor specialization. Again, for this, a student has to study a basket of 4 subjects under each of the minor specialization streams, and he also has to do a mini project of 8 credits. For example, a student with BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, He has chosen the major specialization as AIML, that is Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. He can choose one of the minors as Healthcare Analytics. So under Healthcare Analytics domain, he has to study 4 courses and do 1 mini project. Then he will be getting this minor specialization. And minor specialization nomenclature will appear in your 8th semester marks card. Whereas your major specialization along with your basic BTech degree will be appearing in your degree certificate. For example, a student who has chosen, say, data science major specialization, in his degree certificate, it will be appearing as BTech in computer science and engineering, within brackets, data science. That is the major specialization. But in your 8th semester marks card, it will be the minor specialization nomenclature which is going to appear. There's an opportunity for every student to study 1 semester abroad with our partner universities. They can also go to some premier institutions within India with whom we have the some MOU and study 1 semester there, and credits will get transferred here. The eligibility for this is student must have a CGPA of at least 7. We are a green campus and we discourage the usage of paper and plastic as much as possible. Please don't use them. There is a digital tablet for the assessments, and there are some LMS portals for your quizzes and assignments. We use what is called as a ePad for both the midterm exam as well as the end semester exam. All the students will be trained on the usage of ePad tablet. The advantage is student need not bring any stationery to the examination hall. In the ePad itself will contain the pen and different types of color pencils, highlighters, and also the calculator. And ePad will also ensure that copying will not happen. It is not easy for the student to peep into the ePad device of his friend, and it will also eliminate totaling errors. We have what is called as Learning Management System or LMS portal. All students will be getting the login credentials for this LMS portal. Your quiz and assignments will be happening on this portal. And whenever a teacher takes your class, the lecture of the teacher is captured, and this video recorded lecture will be available to you that day evening. So for any reason, if a student is unable to attend a class on a particular day, that day evening he can go through these lectures and understand what was taught in the particular class. There will be training given with how to manage this LCS solution for all the students as well as the faculty members. This is how your LMS portal looks like, and your teachers are going to tell you where to log in and where to look for the quizzes and how to submit the quiz answers, where to upload the assignments. We also have a SLCM, Student Lifecycle Management System, which serves as a single window for students for their for all their academic needs and for their academic related information. Your profile you can submit in that SLCM portal. It is available for you to view as well as edit. Your class timetables, your attendances are available. You can check on that. And then your marks, academic records, whatever marks you have scored in different subjects, in different assessments will be visible. There's also a finance tab in which all the payment related information will be available. You also have to use this SLCM portal when you are applying for any no objection certificate, which is required when you are going for internship, or you are applying for some branch transfers or withdrawals or re-registration. So this is a single window for all the students. Parents will also be receiving the login credentials for SLCM through the email ID which their ward has submitted as the parent email ID. I request the parents also to collect the login credentials. You can also log in and see your ward's performance. How regular he is to the classes, what is his attendance, what is the marks that he has got. All that is available for you to go through. So please ensure that you are okay, regularly logging into the SLCM portal. So this is the student view related to attendance in the various subjects, the internal marks, and this is the finance related information in the SLCM portal. This is a brief of the academic calendar. The classes are going to commence from 21st. The last instructional day is 12th of November. End semester examination is in the duration 17th to 29th of November 2025. And please once again remember that after the end semester examination, there is a paper seeing process, and therefore do not book your travel tickets to go back home. After 29th, there will be a paper seeing process which may take around 1 week or 10 days. You will be getting circulars related to all of this, and go through your papers, and then only you can travel back home for the holidays. The second semester classes are going to commence on 5th of January 2026. In order to ensure that the students are not facing any hassles related to academics or their campus life, we have two important student support systems. First one is mentor-mentee scheme. For every student who is admitted, there is a faculty mentor assigned to the student. The mentor will be one of the teachers. The mentor is going to invite the student every week physically and try to, he or she will be asking if the student is having any kind of difficulties. It may be either related to academics or outside academics. This is done to ensure that there is a smooth transition into the professional education. You can please speak up to your mentor and share with your mentor whatever are the difficulties that you are facing. The mentor is expected to resolve those issues. There's also a class committee present here. The chairperson of the class committee will be your dean or HOD. All your lab and theory handling teachers are members of the class committee. The student representatives as well as 1 or 2 student members will be part of the class committee. The class committee meets 2 times in a semester, and during the class committee meetings, your HOD will be asking you if you are having any kind of difficulties or challenges, whether you are able to understand all the classes, okay, whether you are able to do the labs properly or not. And the class representatives must collect the information from the class fellows and share it in the meeting. Similarly, the HOD will be asking the faculty members also whether there are any issues related to that particular class. So the intention is to ensure that the academic activities are going on smoothly. So with this, I have come to the end of my presentation. Please remember that education is not just learning of the facts, it's not a rote learning anymore, but it is a training of the mind to think, and we would like all our students to undergo this training so that they can think, apply, evolve, and shine. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for conveying detailed information about the academic process at MIT. MIT is primarily our residential campus, home over to 5,000 plus students in its hostel. Our student community represents diverse background, each bringing unique stories and experiences. From today onwards, we encourage you to fully engage with the wide range of academic and personal growth opportunities available, shaping both your intellect and character for meaningful student life. To support this journey, MIT is deeply committed to offering personalized care and attention to every student during their time here. The hostels at MIT are not just accommodations, they are truly a home away from home, a vibrant community where lifelong friendships are built and holistic development is fostered. Now, I would like to request Ms. Arita Vijaynagar, Chief Student Officer Mahe, to brief you the guidelines of the hostel facilities. Before that, I have a short announcement. After Sarita ma'am's presentation, there will be a question and answer session, interaction session, and all the Mahe officials will be on stage from different sectors like admission, transport, general service, So everyone will be on stage. So if you have any queries, you can raise from there. The mic will be passed to you, and all your queries will be answered by the Mahe officials. After that, national anthem will be played. Until then, please be seated. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, please. Yeah, this is important because at this point in time when we are asking you all good morning, good afternoon, आवाज़ नहीं निकल रही है. And then in the hostels when you all are there, we will have to tell you all कि maintain silence. तभी silence नहीं होगा. Yeah, so this is how it is. So welcome each and every one of you to Mahe Bengaluru, the students and the parents who have, trusted the system. I'll just go through our first few slides, which are common, whether it is for day scholars or whether it is for hostel students. These things, I think Professor Madhu had already covered, so we'll speak about it a little later. Student engagement initiatives happen through the year. May not be during the exam times, just before exams. For a couple of weeks it may not be there, but otherwise through the year some of the other events are happening, which could be festivals, which could be, some other events where you will get an opportunity to do maybe a yoga or aerobics or, some of the other things will be there. There'll be DJ nights, there'll be lots of fun that you'll have, and celebrations. And I, at this point in time, also want to mention to you about Rubaru, which is the signature event of Mahe Bengaluru. And this is about 35 plus events are held over a period of 4 days. And in these 4 days, all the institutes, so there are 10 institutes in the campus, and all these 10 institutes participate in these events, and winners are decided for each of the events, and then there is a trophy that is given, which is for the institute. So last year, the trophy was won by MIT. I'm sure that you are also looking forward to participating in these events. And college and hostels is a place where you will find your hidden talents. You may not know that you probably can do dance or maybe sing or maybe mimic, but you will find that here. You will be able to find yourself. So please come ahead and participate in all the initiatives and activities that are there. There are various student committees that are there to help the students. Of course, this is in addition to whatever may be there at the institute level. So there is a mess committee which addresses the mess requirements of the students. The mess committee has members from all the institutes who represent, and they share the feedback from the students, and whatever corrective actions if required or any feedback is discussed both the ways. Then we have an anti-ragging committee. We are very, very serious about this. Any form of ragging will not be tolerated, and we have a committee which is headed by the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Madhu. Internal Complaints Committee is under the Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace to Act 2013, and any student facing any issues can report to the Internal Complaints Committee, and the matter will be taken. We have zero tolerance for this. Now when we are talking about 6,000 odd students in the hostels and about 9,500 students in the campus, there is a need for us to ensure that discipline is maintained at the highest level, for us to ensure that we meet the overall objective that we have in terms of whether it is academic or the transformative journey that we are talking about. This is extremely important, and the disciplinary committee caters to all the issues that might be observed or any violations that might be there. The disciplinary committee, as far as the hostels are concerned, all the rules, regulations that have already been shared with you. If there is any violation, then it comes under disciplinary committee, and typical actions would be warning letters, it could be fines, it could be suspension, and multiple things that are there. Then we also have a central student body. This is a very prestigious student body where there are members from each of the institute, and they are there as the first point of contacts for us, where we discuss about the vibe at the campus, what needs to be done, is there any improvement that is required, what is the policy we should be looking at, what events, what games, lots of things that we discuss. The policies, we run it through them before we kind of roll that out. Then we are also encouraging the bands. So this Muse is basically the college bands. They can come and perform and actually practice here. Security and safety is a very, very important component, and I don't think that anybody would want this to be compromised, and we are committed to the highest level as far as the safety and security of the students is concerned. We have over 1,500, it's here 1,300, but the number is 1,500 plus CCTV cameras that are installed across the campus, including the hostel common spaces. Entrance control and visitor management is there at the gates. Hostel attendance is marked to the facial recognition-based attendance system. We have a command center which is manned 24/7, and they operate and they look at, what if there is any alert that needs to be, raised, and any action that needs to be taken, or, we need to rush to a particular place if there is a problem. All that is managed at the command center level, in addition to the man guards that we have. Close to about 100 man guards are there in the campus, and they address the various requirements of the students. And we also have a team that takes care of firefighting. As I mentioned, bag checks, parcel checking, patrolling, frisking, all this is done by the man guards, and this is as per the requirement. Safety and security is a joint responsibility, not just by us, but it is also the responsibility of the students, and that is where this is extremely important for you to be aware of. In case any student needs any help, the first most important thing is they should reach out to help. If it is with reference to the hostel spaces, you can reach out to the warden, who's going to be your first point of contact. In addition to that, you will have your mentors. You can reach out to them. You can reach out to various numbers that are indicated in terms of the escalation metrics. And attendance at both hostels as well as classes is extremely important. I'm sure we've just completed a session by Dr. Prema on the 75% or preferred 100% attendance which is required. At hostels, it is 100%. In case we don't have a leave application and you are not there in the hostel, then it's considered as a violation, and it is absenteeism, and it is dealt with by the disciplinary committee. And it is important for all the parents and the students to keep a track of the attendance, and that would be helpful. At the time of admission, maybe you have given the student details only, but please be mindful and ensure that is corrected. And at the time of hostel onboarding, as well as during SLCM update, and during the admission process, please ensure correct information of the parents is available with us. This is in case of any emergencies or any requirement, we should have your correct details. That is also very important. So please ensure that. There are some railway tracks behind the campus, and it is important that the students don't go those areas. It is not safe. Similarly, there are certain water bodies, maybe a little further, and those are not safe for swimming, so please be mindful of that. Wrong company, wrong doings. I think each one of us has an understanding of what is right, what is wrong. Please be mindful of that. And the speed limits as required to be maintained both in the campus and outside. Follow safe practices. Helmets are a must if you're on two-wheeler, and also avoid doing tricks which may be harmful. As far as medical health is concerned, physical health is concerned, we have a clinic at the campus. It is manned by a doctor 24/7. We have a doctor available 24/7. Nurses are available 24/7. And there is an ambulance that is available in the campus for any kind of an emergency. The first aid or the basic level of treatment is done here. In case there is any escalation of treatment that is required, the student can go to the closest Manipal hospital, and the ambulance support can be provided depending on the requirement. And similarly, we also have a pharmacy at the campus. Again, a little more on the mental health and well-being. We spoke about this in the morning also. We should regularize these conversations, and it need not be considered as a taboo. We have Manam, which was spoken in the morning. Then there are student counselors. We have a good team of student counselors that are available on all work days and also on Saturdays. And we have Your Dost, which is a 24/7 platform available for mental health. In case a student needs to connect with someone, they can reach out even at an odd hour, but that can be possible after a few weeks. After we share the data of the new admissions with Your Dost, then you will have an authorized entry to this portal, and then you can reach out to them for any support that you need. Internet, this is available both for day scholars as well as for hostel students. Up to 30 Mbps in 3 devices you can take. There are no charges, and it is unlimited data that is available. There's a campus smart at the hostel space, that area. And it's also available for day scholars. If you need your basic requirements, you can reach out here, as there is a stationery mart for similar reason. And we also have a unisex salon in the complex. As far as the games are concerned, we strongly believe that when we are talking about transformative, we are talking about overall growth. Sports also plays a very, very important role here. And there's a lot of effort that we have put from our side in terms of ensuring these facilities are available to you. So there are lots of facilities that, games that you can play outside. And these are the various other facilities that are there. There's also Marina, which video was shown to you in the morning. Marina is subscription-based, whereas these are any student can use. And of course, there are various institutions also, there are timelines and things like that to ensure that there is a smooth usage of these and there are no issues over there. The Mahe Bengaluru hostels, we have around closer to 6,000 beds that are there in for the students who wish to avail hostel services. While booking, you would have already seen that single, double, triple, quadruple, AC, non-AC kind of rooms are available, and you would have probably booked the room as per your requirement, or rather what was available at the time of booking. Now, as far as hostels are concerned, you will have support for by various members, from various members. Hostel wardens will be available 24/7. So round the clock, there is somebody who will be there on duty, and you can reach out to them in case of any support that is required. They will also be responsible for ensuring attendance is done, leave management, whatever support is required, anything that is required, they will be your first point of contact. And I am sure that at the time of onboarding for the hostels, you would have downloaded the Zolo Scholar app, and that has a ticketing system. Now, in the ticketing system, if there are any issues that your room has, in terms of the facilities, maybe there is a water leakage, or maybe something is not working, you can raise the tickets in the Zolo app, and the team will monitor and close those tickets. We also monitor it in terms of the TAT and the time taken to close those tickets. And there's a repairs and maintenance team in-house which addresses these requests. And as I spoke about the physical health requirements that are there, in case a student is unwell, and typically the students support each other and go to the clinic, which is again inside the campus itself. It's just the next building where the onboarding is happening. But yes, the healthcare coordinators also support, especially during the curfew hours. The students cannot support, so it is the healthcare coordinators who will support them, whether to take them to the hospital or to the clinic. They are available for any kind of a support. Now, again, when we speak about hostel booking this year for the first year students, it was based on availability at the time of booking. Going forward, it is based on the academic performance of the student. For a single room, if you have a 9-pointer, 9.2 or 9.5, and you want a single room, probably I may be able to meet that requirement. But if you, are at maybe a 7 or a 6, I may not be able to meet that requirement. It's a demand and supply issue. So the CGPA comes into picture, but that is for the single rooms. When it comes to double room or sharing rooms, it is a combined CGPA that will be taken into consideration for allotting the hostels. So towards the end of the year, we will be circulating to all the students to update in the hostel management system their preference of the room category as well as the preference of the roommates, and that will be taken into consideration for allotment next year. Again, availability plays an important, it's one of the most important criteria, and the hostel track record. Now, when I say hostel track record, it means that, how is the student behaving in the hostel? Is he or she, complying with the rules and regulations? If there are too many violations, then it will also impact continuity in the hostels. And if there are severe violations, it could also mean suspension from the hostels and not providing hostel facility going forward. Mess facility is available. So I'm sure at home you may be used to having, garam khana, tawe se nikla hua garam fulka with ghee on that. वो सब यहाँ नहीं होगा, but you will get good food. We have tie-ups with 2 mess partners, Blue Dove and Chef's Touch, and I'm sure you've interacted with them. There are 3 meals that are provided: breakfast, lunch, evening snacks, and dinner. That's provided to the students. Night orders, if there are hunger pangs at night, they can definitely order through these 2 partners only. But otherwise, they want to order Swiggy, Zomato, they can do, but it should be in a manner that they are able to collect the parcel on their own. The parcel services that we have will not collect the food parcels. We have laundry facility that is there in the campus, and 30 cycles, 6 kgs each time. The student has to deliver for at the designated place, has to hand over the bag and also collect it, and a typical of 48 hours to 72 hours time is taken for them to complete their process. Zolo Scholar app, this I mentioned to you about. So maintenance ticket. So the ticketing is in this leave application. So the leave application process, all of you must know, the student has to apply leave in the Zolo app, and this is only for hostels. So they have to apply leave in the Zolo app. The parent has to approve the leave. So that is why we want the correct parent information to be available to us so that it is properly tagged. So parent has to approve the leave, and after the parent has approved the leave, it will alert to the warden. Once warden checks and alerts and approves, then the security will be able to, then gate pass will be generated, and at the security they can report and then they can leave, and the same process will have to be repeated for return. So if you're coming at, say, after 2 days, you'll have to again show that gate pass or the, the online QR code that will get generated for return, and, report to the security, to the warden, and then you will come into the normal cycle of attendance that gets taken. Food partner selection. So you have 2 partners. You may have selected somebody at this point in time. Every month, for a very short period, maybe about 2 days, we will have the window open based on the number of seats we can permit for for interchange, and that may be possible. And if you are lucky, you may be able to change if you want, and otherwise you'll have to wait for the subsequent period. Whenever you change, it will be at least for a period of 1 month. So there are a lot of events that happen in the campus. So the Zolo app is also used for promotion of these events and create the buzz that may be required. We also collect feedback on this particular app. Permitted electrical items, appliances. I'm sure if you have gone through the rules and regulations, you understand what is permitted, what is not permitted. So these are things that are permitted, and there is no charge to it. These are things which are on a chargeable basis. So please ensure that you may not have completed this process, but now that you may have brought some of these electrical gadgets, please ensure that you complete in the hostel management system the appliances, whatever you are bringing in, make the payment, and after that has been done, please report this to the warden. They will authorize it, and then when they come on rounds, if they see it, it is not going to be confiscated because it's authorized. Otherwise, unauthorized, equipments and appliances will be confiscated. These are items which are not allowed, either on free basis or on payment basis. If any of the students are carrying this, I would request the parents to please take it back before you leave, so that, we don't want to kind of collect it, because finally when we confiscate, it is condemned. For us, it is condemned, but it is your hard-earned money. If you, have brought any of these items, please ensure it is taken back with you and not left back with the student. There's zero tolerance when it comes to ragging, manhandling, banned substance. We spoke about it in the morning. Alcohol, cigarettes, and vapes. Any possession or consumption. So it cannot be that, oh, I don't smoke inside, but I smoke outside. So the cigarettes are fine. No, that's not. So it's possession, consumption. So if anything is found, then definitely this will go under disciplinary issues. And the other thing is that, many times it will be, oh, this is not mine, this is not mine, I don't know how it came. All the occupants of the room will have to be answerable for that. Implications, yes, so there can be various implications depending on the severity of the violation, which could also result in fines are there, but it could be higher fines in case of the severity of the issue. Repeat issues will definitely attract more fines and more severe action, which could mean suspensions and, both from hostels and sometimes academics also. So ragging, all of you know, substance comes under NDPS. So that also, if anything is found under that, you will have much severe implication. It could also mean, after all your hard work in terms of getting into the university, we do not want to say, because of this reason, ask you to leave. So we should, please don't get into this kind of a situation. Hostel attendance is important. So we will be coming up with, the flap barrier system that will probably take a couple of months. But till then, the attendance time is 10 p.m. to 11:30. All students are expected to go to mark their attendance during this particular period. The wardens will guide you further on that. The attendance starts at 10 o'clock, so the students cannot go out after the attendance has started. 9:30 is the curfew time. That means, from 6 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. If a student goes out, we are not tracking, okay, and but they have to come back by 9:30. If they come beyond 9:30, it is considered as a violation, and there is a warning letter and there is a fine for that. And repeat fines in these areas will lead to further complications. And it is in the interest of the safety of the students. We are not interested in having these violations. It is in the interest of the safety of the students. This is one thing we said we will not compromise. So for the students to come back by 9:30 is extremely important. And in case they go for a family function or various other requirements, at that point in time, it is advisable that they take a gate pass and stay with the local guardian rather than coming here later than 9:30. So basically, if you look at this particular place, there is a 3-kilometer distance before from the main road to this place, and there's a lot of student movement till about 9:30 because everyone will be rushing back and there's a lot of movement. But after 9:30, there may not be too much of people on the roads, and it is in the safety of the students. In case they have to stay out, they better take a leave process, follow the leave management process, and then stay with the local guardian. That's a better option than coming late. Report to the campus 9:30, adhere to the curfew hours, which is 9:30 to 6, and the students, they have to come inside by 9:30, but they can be in the campus. So there are designated areas where they can be. 11 o'clock, they have to reach their hostel building. So that is where the thing is. But there are a lot of students who finish their dinner and go back to their rooms and sleep early, and but then of course by 10 o'clock they'll have to still come down for attendance. So it's not necessary when I say that they have to be out by 11 o'clock that everyone roams out till 11. It's basically the student's choice. But yes, hostel is a great opportunity to make friends. It's a great opportunity for you all to study together, do projects together, assignments together. So please utilize that time in all the innovative innovations that we are speaking about, and we will be happy and very proud of you that way. I'm sure that many times when we stay in the same room with our sibling, there are differences. So here you're going to be staying with someone whom you don't even know. So it's not going to be an easy journey, but let that be. I'm sure you will. Hostel is also about adjustments, and you will learn that, and it is for that to happen. And to ensure that your roommate becomes your best friend, and your hostel friend colleagues are also your friends, great friends, you need to be sensitive and considerate towards your roommate and other hostel students. Maintain strict discipline, behave politely, carry your identity card at all times. They can check your ID card. Keep themselves. So what I'm covering today is not the full list of rules and regulations because that's already sent to all of you as an attachment earlier, and it is also there on website. So please go through it. I'm only touching upon certain points. So please be aware of rules and regulations. Follow student code of conduct. We have also sent the student code of conduct. It is applicable to all the students, irrespective of hostel students or day scholars. Cooperate during room audits. So rooms get audited, and if like Professor Madhu was saying, if Tiger and Hire miss it, then somebody else will find out. So all room audits are done on a regular basis, and if there is anything found, please be mindful of what you get inside. Cooperate during room audits. Keep only the authorized electrical appliances, and reach out to campus counselors in case you need any help. No invasion to privacy. No recording of videos, audios of roommates, other people, officials. It is not accepted. It will be considered as a cybercrime. Any form of cybercrime not accepted. It will lead you into problems which we don't want our students to be, facing these issues. Indulge in socially unacceptable behavior. I just want to spend just a minute on this. I'm sure that when you browse through news, and you will come across that some video went viral, and they said, oh, Metro Mein, these people were doing this, and there's socially unacceptable behavior. So I know young students, but any kind of behavior which is not acceptable will come under this socially unacceptable behavior, and that's something which will not be acceptable to all the stakeholders, parents included. Okay, so please be mindful of that, my dear students, and don't, because this calls for suspension, and this calls for high fines. So please, any such behavior is not appreciated. And there are a lot of locals around this place. We don't want kind of a tiff with them also. so be mindful of that. Video audio recording is not permitted. Now, you can see this point that I have financial fraud, fraudulent misrepresentation, stalking. We will, even when I've always put this point, I wonder why do I put this point, but I always have examples and cases on this. It's not about money. It's like, so I showed you the photo of Campus Smart. You go for Campus Smart, we trust everything is going to be fine. There is a CCTV camera over there and in various places in the campus, as I mentioned to you. So it's just that maybe you've forgotten to pay for it, or it's just that kick ki yaar uda diya. Okay, but that's not going to be accepted, so please be mindful of those practices. Wrong emails from self-generated email IDs in the names of other members or parents will not be accepted. Stalking, definitely under POSH it will be a problem. And keep valuables safely. And in fact, I would advise that use or your Google Pay and other modes of payment rather than having cash. When you're not in the room, please ensure your rooms are closed, locked at all times. This is the number that you can reach out, and this, you can also scan this QR code. The rules and regulations are also indicated here. In case you have not read them already, this is the time. Please read them and ensure that you abide by all the rules and regulations. And most importantly for the parents, there's a parents helpline number that is indicated here. Please reach out to this helpline number in case you have any difficulty or challenges and you need us for any intervention that you may or any support that you may need. And my last slide is more for the parents. This is basically, we spoke about transformative journey, we spoke about holistic growth. But if we have to have that, it is extremely important that we allow our children to also have their own learnings. Keeping them in completely protected environment is not going to help. I can tell you the amount of calls and mails that me and my team have got. He or she has got this category of room, but we would have preferred that category of room, or things like that. And as I said, hostels is also about adjustment. And I can tell you with confidence, the facility that we have is definitely world class, and it is very good. Now in this, it's a little adjustment that you may have to do. So it's a sharing room. Even with sibling, we have difficulties. So with a new person, you will definitely bound to have some issues and some difficulties may be there. Don't just let them grow. Let them grow. Just let them struggle a bit. So let them fight their own battles. Let them struggle a bit, but be available to them whenever they need. They want to, have a chat. Mama, I'm feeling this. Father, this is what it is. Be available. Listen to them. Guide them, but stay connected. Trust the process and trust your child. I'm sure that they have come this long. They know what is good for them, and hopefully they will follow that path and be there for them. Watch the subtle signs in case you feel that some help is required or some nudging is required. Drop in, meet them occasionally, but they may not prefer 2 occasional visits, but whatever it is. Initial periods you will get more calls. After that you will say ki yaar phone hi nahi aa raha hai. Okay, so you will have those experiences, and same thing applies for children also. Be connected with your parents. I think that will help you to be grounded to your roots. Celebrate their small wins, and it's important, and keep growing alongside them. And I'm sure that they'll have a great journey together. As we mentioned from beginning, we are here for the transformative journey, and you are all a part of that journey, and I wish them all the best. But before I wind up, I just play this video for a very brief video. while we were speaking about safety, I think I forgot to highlight one point, which is about the freshers party. So please note that any freshers party outside the campus is not authorized. It is inside the campus. If there is anything that has to be organized, please ensure you do not participate in activities outside. You are new to the campus, and we would want you to be safe. We will, from our team itself, there will be an event that is called as Swagatam after about a month, where we will welcome all of you officially again, once again, and that will be in a very chill environment. And some of the videos that you saw were also from Swagatam. So just be safe and take care. All the very best, but I can probably take a few questions on hostels, because till they set up the thing for other question answers, if there are any questions on hostels, I'm happy to answer. I think they should also listen to your question.
Yeah. So this side of the campus is gated and very secure with the and all that. But I was told that the side, the wall is yet to be complete.
Basavaraj, you want to answer that?
Thank you.
Dear parents, kindly be seated for another 15 minutes. Interaction session is going on. After that, national anthem will be played. Until then, please be seated.
Yeah, the campus is well secured, sir. So if you've seen the entire campus, it has got boundary walls. Only one portion of it does not have a boundary wall. I think that should be completed by end of December. We're in the progress now, and we will complete it shortly.
Madam, is it possible to change the type of the room when the availability is there? Because currently we have booked the room which was available.
Let them struggle a little, let them adjust a little. So as far as the category of the room is concerned, as mentioned to you, at the time of booking, whatever is available is what would be considered. If there are any vacancies, we will inform the students, and then they have to apply in the HMS portal itself, and based on the criteria that will be decided, which typically would be ranks or those kind of things, because first year we don't have any other information about GPA, CGPA, that is not relevant. It will be the ranks. If there are any vacancies, we will look at it at that point in time. Currently, we are not maintaining any wait list. Students will have to apply. So we will intimate to the students after about a month or so if there are any vacancies, and then students can apply.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any shuttle facility for...
Just a minute. Excuse me. Now I request the following dignitaries on the dais to answer your queries. I request Dr. Ivan Chose, Director from MIT, Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director, MIT, Dr. Manjunath MS, Head of the Department, Science and Humanities, Dr. Ramaswamy S., Head of the Department, ENC, Mr. Basraj, Deputy Director, General Service, Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar, Chief Student Officers.
May I?
Yes, sir. You can proceed now. Yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This question is regarding the transport facility. My ward is in hostel. However, if you want to use the transport facility while coming to home from campus, can we have that facility?
Sir, currently that might not be possible because the route buses are always jam-packed. Let daughter or son wants to go on a Friday evening, the bus is completely full. And these are all 50-seater buses. Nobody is allowed to stand in the bus and travel. So these are all government compliance, so
Yes.
it's slightly difficult. And these buses have been meant for day scholars. But,
Yes, but in near future, will there be any possibility to take this request? Because the area itself is a little bit remote from the city, and then if the people wants to travel, especially students. So just parents coming and then picking up will be like a nightmare. Today itself, for me from Old Airport Road, it took 2 hours, more than 2 hours in the morning. So
we have in-house, what you call travel desk is there. They will try and help you to get some cabs and other things like that. What this question you're asking was 3-4 years back. All right, now I think, every cab and, services is available to this campus. And this has become quite iconic now. So everybody travels to Mahe campus for Bangalore, yeah.
Why I asked this question is I came to campus on a Saturday to visit the campus. That's where I found the difficulty. So, in fact, I have my own vehicle, but at least for the students, I'm asking.
Anyway, we will see, sir. If possible, we'll certainly do that and we'll convey if it has been done.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. May I? I just have a small question to our Chief Warden, Madam. Madam, suppose the student goes out to the city for some real genuine work and the Bengaluru traffic is really worse these days. And he can understand while returning that he will not be able to reach by 9:30. So if he doesn't come back, as you said, and take a ticket permit, then he has to return back to Whitefield or somewhere maybe down another 40 kilometers, 20 kilometers to his local guardian, which may not be feasible in many of the times. And being parents outstation of Bangalore, we will be more worried. So do we have any system? Because otherwise it's an absolute foolproof system. I really appreciate the entire thing. So can we, in such real genuine cases with the approval of the parent or connecting with the warden, the parent on the phone call, or any other management systems, online management systems, is it feasible that suppose he reaches at 9:35, 9:40, that is considered, or this thing?
Sir, first let me clarify that when we say the curfew timing is 9:30 p.m., that means the student is expected to come by 9:30 p.m. But if a student comes at about, say, 10:30, I'm not sending that student back. In the interest of the safety of the student's late coming is recorded for the necessary, action with reference to late coming. But at no point in time we are saying that the student is not being allowed inside the hostel block. So I think, Bangalore traffic is notorious. All of us know that. We just need to be a little more conscious as far as the planning is concerned. There are certain times where we do consider, but it is not individual basis. Like we know it's been pouring, cats and dogs, and we know that, there could be little bit challenges. Those days maybe 15-20 minute consideration, but that is an action that is taken across. So it's not for individual. So individual we will not be able to address, but it will be addressed if there is a requirement across. So that's what we do. But be rest assured, the student is not going to go back. They will be allowed to come inside. So if it is 10 o'clock, it is a warning letter and it is a fine. So that will not be compromised even if we get communications, because trust me that we will get lots of communications like this if we are able to cater to that. Thank you for understanding.
I now request Ms. Divya Darshi from admission team to be on the stage, please.
Come, Divya.
Hello. Yeah, actually, right now for day scholars, we have transport in the daytime and also in the evening. So my question is like, currently my son is already having that, availing that daily bus service. But mostly for my daughter, she's taking now admission. So for that, actually, we do have like half days, most of the days. Like if you see out of 5 days, 3 days are like half days for her. So for that, actually, we would require a shuttle bus service because we are paying for full transport fee. But what is happening is if it is half day, if it is like post lunch, or maybe if she wants to go up till like that nearest point, so from there I can pick her up. So do we have that shuttle service?
Yeah, we do have shuttle services, sir. It is at 1:30, 2:30, and 3:45.
And at what time, where it will drop?
It'll go up till Baglur Cross, that's one side of the road.
Okay.
And the other one is on Naginalli Road. So these two are the main roads.
Okay.
And that is a junction where you get a lot of transport also for your connecting, areas.
Right, right.
There's another one at 6 o'clock also.
Okay.
And there's another one at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
That 7 o'clock one goes till Hebbal.
Okay.
There are day scholars who are there in the library late evening. They also use the, sports facility complex also. For their convenience, we have opened up this shuttle service at 7 o'clock.
Okay. So 1:30, 2:30 also she can avail those
Yes,
services.
very much, very
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. My question is in regards to the allotment of the hostel. When can the student move into the hostel? Today is the 17th, 21st, the session is starting. So, and what is the process to move into the hostel?
Actually, the onboarding has already started from 13th. So the students are already MIT students who have attended the orientation program. From 14th onwards, they're already staying in the hostels. So the onboarding can happen even today. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Hello. My question is we have come from Delhi. So do you have any guest house facility on payment basis for the parents, like if we are coming here? So that is one part of the question. And the second question is because you have mentioned in your presentation that there has to be some maximum limit on the cash amount which the student can actually keep it in the room. And we have already opened the account, but it will take a little bit of 2 or 3 days to be operative. So what's the maximum amount that he can keep it so that we can give only that amount so that he is not coming under that thing? So these are the two questions. And third question is regarding the original documents. So are you submitting, in your university, you will be keeping the original
I'll answer
documents?
the first two, then maybe my colleague can answer on the documents.
Yeah.
Currently, we do not have any facility for the parents to stay in the campus. I think your requirement was that. So we don't have any guest house facility for the parents currently in the campus. So that is why the parents, when they come, they stay somewhere close by hotels, is what they use. Secondly is, that was an advisory saying that it is better that they don't keep, large amounts of money and it is better to be safe, from that perspective. I wouldn't be, right in saying that give X amount or Y amount. I think that I should leave it to you and your child to decide. But yes, the sooner they start using the Google Pay and, other modes of payment, it may be easier. So that's what I would say, ma'am. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Up here.
I'll answer the third question, the document verification part of it. We will require original documents, and the verification starts from 24th, that's next week. And we do not require original documents of the parent, that is PAN card, we do not require that. We just need the copy. You can give the copy with, leave the copy with your ward. And all the educational qualification certificates, right, 10th standard, 12th standard, we need it in originals. And after the verification, we'll give this back to you. It's about verifying the documents of the entire new batch that's coming into Mahe, right? It's about 3,500 students. We'll take some time, but once we verify it, we'll give that back to you.
Good afternoon, sir. Up here. Sir, my name is Divyanshu. Actually, my parents were keen on knowing about the topic of hackathons. So I wanted to ask what exactly is a hackathon, and then what is the frequency of hackathons in the campus, and then how is it going to benefit in the career?
So this year we have planned the first hackathon on 29th, 30th of July, which is by Kaspersky, which the first time they are hosting in India, that too in MIT-BLR. They have decided as MIT-BLR. This is through our MOU, as a part of MOU. And the second one, which is happening in the August 19th, which is by TCS, the finale will happen here. And on 22nd of August, we have an IBM and AWS together, which they are hosting an hackathon at our campus, MIT-BLR. And this is, we are inviting It's a pan-India hackathon which will go on. And further on, in the month of September, we have a Honeywell hackathon, which will happen, and it's sponsored by Honeywell. And before November, there will be an Apple hackathon which will be carried out. So this can lead to an internship. This will lead to a cash prize for the students. This in turn, a lot of sessions will happen. If I say IBM AWS hackathon, before that we are planning to open to all other students to have technical sessions which they carry out, which they can embed into the day of hackathon which they do it. So even if you wanted to participate, it's open for all. Yeah. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. How is it gonna benefit?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's in terms of internship which you can fetch, and definitely it's an exposure for you guys to solve the technology, mean to say any problem statement which will be placed by an industry, you will be involved into it. Before that, I know that there is some technical knowledge or expertise required for solving it. I think this is something like which we give an exposure to the students to gain the knowledge and be a part of it. Say, for example, IBM hackathon, which I was trying to say, along with AWS, which is on August 22nd, which is coming up at our campus. Before that, there is around 8 technical sessions which will go on to empower you for participation. So this is something like which you gain a knowledge for it. And it's exposure for you and to be a part of such big event.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, firstly, thank you for the orientation. Very nicely done. I have one question regarding the industry collaboration to the university. How that is done, how active that is, how workshop or all the guest lectures, those kind of things are conducted, if you can throw some light on that.
Yeah, so industry collaboration happens in manifold. One of those which you heard me when I was presenting in this morning, through the COEs, which is Centers of Excellence. Now, the Centers of Excellence talk to the industry on one side, and inwardly they talk to the faculty members. How they happen is we have a layer of startups who actually govern these kind of association, where internally they have a competency building done for the faculty members and students who might come with, let's say, an open elective or a program elective. On the other side, they talk to industry in terms of capitalizing trainings for industry employees. So this is one process whereby there's a constant updation and there's an ROI for the center. Now, having said that, there are many COEs which are getting built internally. Now, these COEs have to get benefited to the students at some point in time. So there are mechanisms to do that. One of the mechanisms is to ensure they come and enroll for open elective courses in their respective semester. For computer science students, you have specializations happening right from your semester 5, that's third year, 5, 6, 7, where you're given around 5 courses, which you can choose a track, whichever track you're interested in. So they are all consistently taken through an industry association. Yeah? Alongside what we just mentioned about the hackathons, which is yet another mechanism. So why are all these things given? So that you can early board onto the system, get a flavor of what industries require. Now hackathons particularly, why is it important? Because a problem challenge is thrown to you. If you are able to do, I mean, last December we had a similar hackathon by Schneider, something we could not, get accomplished in, in the entire employee fraternity. Our students got it done in 48 hours. That's the kind of nailing that happens during this hackathon. And they insist that they wish to come and park themselves here, because quite often you would see these hackathons are taken anywhere between 48 hours to 72 hours. So you'll have to be parked there, have your complete 100% given, and if you have some solutions coming prior to that, most welcoming. Otherwise, you'll be given enough in time to venture into it. So the net outcomes of these hackathons are you get an early internship, or you get a cash prize, which is again an incentivization for you, or also look at this year-long program, or year-long internship in the industry. Does it answer your question, sir?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I have a query related to the academic credits which was shown in the presentation. Maximum of 35 or 36 can be a student availed is what I have seen. If first five semesters, if student takes all the 36 and then by 5 semesters he will be done with the needed credits for the complete course. So can he park the last 2 semesters for the placements or some hackathons or anything? Is it that allowed, or What is the plan actually there?
Yeah, in the last 2 semesters, as our director was explaining in the presentation, that is 7th semester and 8th semester, if a student gets a year-long internship, then for the 7th semester courses, we have some NPTEL courses defined. The students can study those courses as part of their 7th semester courses. Examination will be conducted by the department. And in the 8th semester, there are now also there are no courses, and the student is expected to do only project that is permitted. 1 year internship is permitted.
So it means by 6th semester, student has to get all the credits which is needed.
No, if I understand your question correctly, you're asking, can you fulfill all the requirements by 6th semester and then they can be parked 7th and 8th? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. The answer is no, because you have stipulated credits given not to overdo, which are parked in respective semesters. We have still not evolved with that system, but at this point in time, there are very light and open elective kind of courses which are kept in semester 7, which your wards could take up on an online platform. They need not be present here physically. All that we are expecting them to be present here is twice, midterm exam, end term exam.
Okay.
Just to come and give you examination.
Okay.
Yeah,
One more query related to the international exposure I have seen in the academics. Like, what is the criteria for it? Is it a student has to come up with a project for that, or what is the selection criteria for anyone to have those kind of exposures?
Yeah, so there are several criteria. One of the profound criteria which you would all see is a twinning program. Let's say, for example, a student is interested to go to Australia in Deakin University. Then there's an understanding between both of us that 2 years you complete here. We map those courses, which is already done. And they can as well carry the first 2 years credits back to Deakin University, and they complete the remaining 2 years and get awarded a degree from there. The other mechanism is a student wants to go to another university for a semester. That works in different formats. One is existing universities, we have an agreement, straight away you can go. But if a student has ventured an university, let's say for example Harvard, and if he or she comes up saying that I have a mentor identified, we have been in touch with each other for about a semester, and the professor has extended an invitation. So what we do in such cases, we accommodate the grades that could be parked, let's say for a semester, in varied form. It could be in the form of classroom engagement or project engagement or any kind of industry engagements, etc. And then we let the students go and complete those courses in different places. The example which I gave you was a student who wanted to take up summer internship in University of Auckland. Now this was a rapport built by the student in association with a teacher right from last December. And upon completing 1 semester, a professor, senior professor from University of Auckland wrote to the student saying that now that we know each other and you're also enthusiastic to take this work forward, why don't you come and spend a summer in our laboratory? So 3 of those students went like that along with the professor.
Okay, if I understand correctly, you were specifying it's sponsored by MIT, right?
That particular point which I mentioned to you is a sponsorship only for those students who go above 9 CGPA.
Okay.
But the previous one I mentioned, however, is not restricted to any kind of CGPA. Anybody and everybody can avail that facility. As long as there's an interest. Yeah, as long as there's an interest, and I mean, the fundings can be taken care by the student.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, sir. First of all, thank you for the wonderful orientation.
Please wave your hand.
Yeah,
We
I'm
cannot
here.
see. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
So I have 2 questions. One is regarding, ma'am talk about the do's and don'ts, and some of them call for some fine. So if you can talk about those fines so that students are aware what, I know they should not be
Are you talking specific to the hostels?
Hostel or any kind of fines which can be levied to students for wrongdoings. So if you can talk, if there's listed things, then it's well and good. If you can share that thing.
You want to cover anything? No, he's in general asking about the
In
do's
general,
and
fines.
don'ts.
Ma'am, you said that if somebody's coming late, then fine is levied. So what is that?
So there is this, we had circulated 2 things. One is the hostel rules and regulations, and one is the code of conduct. That very much gives you what is, what are the do's and what are the don'ts. So that's what I have covered in my presentation is a very limited view, but a detailed note on rules and don'ts, both from a hostel point of view as well as the code of conduct point of view is already circulated to all the students at the time of before hostel booking, and it is also available on website. Is there anything specific that you are asking for? Because my last slide was for parents. That was not somewhere from the do's and don'ts. It was basically a guideline. I mean, not everyone will follow, but it is something just to kind of, helpful in case if required.
No, ma'am, my question was more on the fine which is levied to student if he is, say, for example,
Okay,
is
with
late
reference to
in-
fines?
Yes.
Well, so there are rules and there are violations and then there are fines. So, like say for example, a student misses attendance for the first time. We'll just give him an advisory saying that you missed the attendance. Please be mindful and ensure your attendance is marked. Why this is important? The reason I'm also taking attendance as an example is basically because if a student does not mark attendance, so attendance is from 10 o'clock to 11:30 at night currently. And after the attendance period is completed, then they download the report. They check if anybody is missing. They look at the leave applications, and then they try to reach out to the student who have not marked attendance, whose leave applications are missing, and that means we don't know where the student is. So that time we try to reach out to the student, the parents, and those. That's why there may be times you may get late night calls. It is basically because of these reasons, and then that's a violation. So there is subsequently, after the first time reminder, there will be subsequently a fine, which will be maybe a few rupees, maybe a 300 rupees or so. There would be a fine of that for every time they miss attendance. So again, in the rules and regulations, there is a table. There is a table which says each time, and so that is also detailed. The amounts are not indicated. The amounts can range from 300 rupees, which is for attendance, and could be much more for a ragging case.
Okay.
So we don't have those cases, but it ranges.
Okay, thank you for that. I have one more question that I heard that in main campus we have various clubs. We didn't talk about clubs in Bangalore campus. Do we have clubs?
Can you be a little more louder and clear? We're not able to hear.
Okay. Sorry, I was not keeping it properly. So what I heard is that in the main campus, students have various clubs where they perform activities. So do we have similar clubs in Bangalore campus too?
Yes, very much. You have both technical and non-technical clubs. Roughly around, I think, 35 clubs are there, which you leave it to them to explore. Once the induction program is over, they also have a lock-in time of 40 days, where they would be in one block with the academics alone. Once those lock-in times are over, they will be self-guided by the seniors in terms of giving them awareness, taking them through these clubs, asking them to participate, etc.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
It's not working. Hello?
Can you hear?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Someone else is going, or I can? Okay. Yeah, thanks for this very structured orientation. Thanks for all. And I think I'm just concentrating on the placement side of the story, in which Dr.
Can you
Sir,
please
have
keep the mic to you? We're not able to hear.
Okay. So I'm just talking about the placement side of the story, which I think you said just that 21 was the year when we started off, and this being the year when the first batch would have gone out. And is the understanding that the placements are being centralized with the Mahe Manipal, or maybe this batch would have a down the line 2029? So will Mahe Bangalore have their own set of placements, or it will always be a centralized and students have to be competing with the Mahe Manipal that way? So that's where I'm just trying to better understand how those placements will happen down the line.
So at this point in time, of course, the placements are together in collaboration with the main campus. And we intended to do so in the future as well.
Okay.
But having said that, at some point in time, we, of course, will have to become independent. We cannot be always dependent on the main campus.
Right.
But we also say that we do not want to compete with the main campus. So in many ways, we will, of course, have to collaborate. And this collaboration, of course, has to be for the benefit of the students.
Sure.
Yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, thanks for the wonderful and as well as for the orientation program. I do have 3 questions. In your presentation, you mentioned that there is a band in place. So for the band, people who are interested in participating in that band, do they need to get their own instrument themselves?
Yeah, so there are, so we have this muse room where the students get their own instruments and then they practice. And there is a band, so there are authorized bands. So he'll have to connect with the respective club at the institute and be a member of one of the clubs that is there, one of the, the band which is there, and then play along with them. But instruments, yes, they have to get their own instrument.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And the second question is related to the leave, which was there mentioned when we need to get the gate pass and the student is going out of the campus. So is it like only the leave is needed when the person is not going to come at night at the hostel, or is it like the gate pass which needs to get issued? It is even for a day on a Saturday or a Sunday they plan to go out with friends and then of course come before the curfew hours. So do we need to approve that as well as a gate pass, or how does that work?
So between 6 a.m. to 9:30 p.m., there is no gate pass requirement. Okay, so in case they are not going to be there at night, and gate pass, this whole process of leave applications typically should be completed before 24 to 48 hours. Only thing is that the gate pass will be generated at the time the student leaves the campus and not before that. And for during the daytime, there is no permissions that are required.
Okay, okay.
I hope that clarifies.
Yeah, and ma'am, the last one is that since we are not from Bangalore and we have come, from outside, so is it like we can get the onboarding done of the hostel today, but then he starts staying in the hostel the day we leave on Saturday?
The leave application process, follow the leave application process, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
He can
thank you.
complete the onboarding today.
Thank you, ma'am.
And if for weekends, if they're going, each time they go, they have to follow the leave application process. So there's no, overall blanket approvals that are given. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Am I audible?
Sir.
Yes,
Sir,
go ahead.
Sir, you tell the degree based on specialization in performance of 2 years of student, first year and second year. But if a student want a plain CSC degree, then any minimum requirement or not?
So the specialization that would follow for them in the semester 5 is something which will be offered for students on the criteria of their CGPA. However, having said that, there is a mentorship which is offered for them right from semester 3, just to ensure they know which are those specializations in place, how they can be guided through a project. They also get interested towards it, or it is just for the sake of taking a specialization. We do not promote that. Now, let's say, for example, if there's a specialization offered in AI/ML, or let's say in cybersecurity, this mentor will help assist student to take up certain projects in those areas and ensure that there is some level of traction built up before the student comes to the semester 5. However, having said that, there are no upper limits as such. At this point in time, the numbers are roughly around 7 or 8 that you saw, but then it's growing. By the time the students would reach semester 5, which is 2027, you will see an exhaustive list. Now, when I say exhaustive list, they are also given a provision to take up a specialization in subjects like 5G, 6G communication, RF communication, robotics and AI. These are all going to be in the pipeline. But before we offer, we will ensure that we will have adequate resources, adequate laboratories, either centers of excellences or kind of industry connect.
Yes, sir, but if a student want only computer science and engineering?
Yes, you can offer, he need not take up any of the specialization, he can graduate as long as he fulfills 160 credit.
Yes, sir.
He will graduate with single degree without any specialization.
No minimum requirement for CGPA?
160 credits.
The CGPA requirement not meant
No.
necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
My question is regarding the transport faculty. So I had some issues availing the facility online, so I was just wondering if I could sort it out here today.
What issue did you encounter?
I was not able to log into the portal. It was telling the ID is not right, so I just wanted to get that sorted out.
You can do one thing. You can contact our department at security gate number 1.
Okay.
All right. We have our colleague there by name Srinivas. He will try and help you on that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check a small thing. Do we have in-campus exchange programs? Like students have opportunities to move to other campuses by earning a particular amount of CGP, maybe to the main campus in case the people want to move through in the journey?
Yeah, as long as there's an availability of seat, and after completing first year, if they meet up the required CGPA requirements.
And how will we get to know about the information, as a parent or as a student?
You'll have to write to the registrar.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
I am Dr. Mohit Verma from Lucknow. I am from academics, and thank you so much for inviting us as parents. And I found the campus as well as the whole orientation program is really, really commendable. It was really, really nice. So I appreciate and give thanks to all leadership, Dr. Jose and their team members. I have two questions. One is related to the engagement of the students for the next 3 days, because your classes are starting from 21st. So is there any formal, officially engagement is there for the next 3 days so that we can, make up our plan accordingly? Otherwise, we can leave the student in the campus and move forward. That is the first question. Can someone answer it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, you have another question?
Yeah, second was related to this, on the background, the scholarship. It shows MIT rank range 101 to 5,000 for the scholarship of 20%. What I understood, what my knowing is that I think 5,000 plus cutoff was, I think 6,000 was for main campus. So it means only I don't know, I mean, I'm not able to interpret how to read it and how to understood this.
Yeah, sure, my colleague will answer that.
Sure.
But your first question, yes, I mean, let me correct you first. For them, the academic starts today.
Okay.
Right in the afternoon, they have a mentor-mentee interaction,
Okay.
and you will have the QR code out. Kindly scan that. You'll get to know the location, whichever room number you have been allotted to.
Sure.
Tomorrow onwards, morning, their actual induction program starts.
Okay.
Now, this 4 days of induction program is actually going to let them through the entire journey of which offices, what they should do, if they need to connect some of your queries like internationalization, whom they should meet, who are the people who have already availed those, which are the other departments, what are the clubs. All these orientations will be given to you for the next 4 days, and it is mandatory.
Sure.
Right? So post which, their classes will begin from either 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, depending upon the completion of 4 days of orientation.
Thank you. Thank you.
The scholarship detail that you saw here, it's for the entire Mahe.
Ma'am, not audible. Bit louder, please.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, please.
Okay, the scholarship detail that you saw on screen, it's for the entire Mahe, not just the Bangalore campus. So 1 to 100, they get 100% fee waiver, and 101 to 5,000 is a 20% fee waiver. Having said that, but you're right, the cutoff for CS for Bangalore campus was above 5,000, right? But we have students who are within 5,000 rank who have taken up Mahe Bangalore as their preference. So those students are eligible for these scholarships.
Okay, but you have mentioned it program at MIT Bengaluru on the second line. Admitted students with the BTech programs at MIT Bengaluru. So it is for MIT Bengaluru also. It is applicable
yes,
for...
it's applicable to MIT Bangalore as well, because we have students who have ranks within 5,000. In fact, we have 124th rank has taken up Bangalore has this preference. So that student is eligible for this scholarship.
But ma'am, there has to be a little bit some provision for, because students have, prefer, and then preference is there, then cutoff has gone. Up to that for this campus, definitely there has to be some provision for them also.
Point well taken,
some
sir.
opportunity for them to, yeah.
Sure, and we have achiever category as well.
Yeah.
That is based on child's performance in the first year.
G. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, for the paucity of time, another 2 more questions, because students will have to get back to their classes by 2 o'clock. I should be mindful of giving you a buffer time for lunch. You've been sitting here for 4.5 hours now. Please go ahead.
I would like to go next, sir. I have a question on the placement highlights. In the slide, it was mentioned 260 plus companies visited the campus, and around 154 plus offers were made. So I was not able to interpret that 154 number.
Can you be a little louder, please? Yeah, get your mic a little closer.
Okay, okay. So my question is on the placement slide, where it is mentioned 260 plus companies have visited the campus, and 154 plus placements were made. So I was not able to interpret that number, 154 plus. Is it 154 plus students have got the offer, or something else?
Total number of offers is what you are asking?
Yes.
The first batch of students, we had about 220 students, and out of which about 170 plus students have got offers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So one question.
Yeah, hi, I'm here, at the back. Yeah, thanks. This was a great orientation program. Thank you so much. This is really impressive. I have a couple of questions. First one is in follow-up to the question that the gentleman on the right over there had. So as I understand, up till last year, the way the CSC branch was allocated was there were specializations in the first year itself. You know, depending on cutoffs, there was core CSC, and you know, people could opt for machine learning, data science, etc., etc. But this year we have kind of flattened it. In the first year, everybody just goes for core CSC. And then subsequently, as you said, the first 2 years, it's going to be common. And from third year onwards, there's going to be specialization, right? So just wanted to know if the student wants to continue with core CSC, plain vanilla flavor, right? Is that going to be a CGPA based, or is it going to be like, that was not very clear. Is it, what's the basis for that?
Yeah, so I think there is no requirement per se for anyone to continue being in CSC branch, core CSC, without taking any specialization. Now, let me also explain to you how it happens. Semester 5 onwards, we've identified few areas or few identified locations where the subjects are going to fall in place. For the ones who are going to take a track on quantum or a track on 5G, they will have all the prerequisites met, and they will be taking for a completion of 5 courses. Now, the ones who do not wish to take any of the track, they would have a choice of their elective. It's free for them, right? So you do not have to get into any of the specializations. As long as you're clear, I just want to graduate with whatever numbers. As long as it meets up to 160 credits, you can go ahead.
I see, okay. This is slightly different from what other colleges do is what I'm understanding, but that's great if that's the case. The second question was a little logistics related to the hostel. Do we have, when we allocate rooms, is it going to be like, computer science with computer science, or could it be like, a TAPME person sharing a room with MIT? All those kind of weird combinations can exist, or how does that work?
So typically it is MIT with MIT. So this year it is first years with first years. Next year it will be seniors with seniors. So they become seniors next year. So it will be seniors with seniors, but typically we try to keep the same year students. There could be just one-off cases at the tail end where, we have a room available, roommate is missing. So it can be a combination at that time, but this is the normal practice that is followed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so formally we come to an end to this 4 days of orientation. Before we end with the national anthem, I want you all to, for my entire team here, for last 4 days, it has been an Herculean task for all the member representatives here. Kindly give them a big round of applause. There are people on the aisles, there are admission teams outside, there are people who are taking care of the stage, there are people who are taking care of all your, whereabouts here on campus, in hostels, etc. Entire team member has been working. I mean, it's been an entire 4 whole day. I mean, and it's not easy task for, these people to be around and get this entire logistics being taken care of. So, first and foremost, it was our duty to ensure, like you all, we had different sets of parents and students who onboarded right from day 14th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, to ensure they are kept at ease. And it was our duty to listen to you, get your queries, referred back to, and ensuring that we also attend to them. Anything else missed out, if you feel you still have certain queries, afternoon when you meet the mentors, and the mentor-mentee interaction that you all have. You are also given an opportunity to speak to the associate director and other team members who will be there. You're most welcome. But otherwise, leave them, let them be comfortable, and wishing you all the very best. A pleasant stay at MIT Bengaluru. Thank you.
Thank you, dignitaries, and thank you, audience, for being a receptive. Thank you for being a receptive audience. There is a humble request from our side. Let us stand together in honor of our national anthem.
Janagana Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. There are certain announcements. I kindly request you to pay your attention. The induction program schedule for the next 3 days and the mentor-mentee list are being sent to your mails. You can also scan the QR code provided in the invitation to get the schedule. Within the time slot from 2 to 4:30 p.m., all the students and parents are requested to meet the mentors at MIT.